Hello and welcome to session 27 of Abandon Hope. We are joined today by George and Jordan and Stephanie. And when we last left off, Ivor was lying crippled on the floor. Kane still had 5 HP. And Slash had just run into a room and bonked this giant suit of armor. And we're going to roll initiative because I don't remember if I put everyone in initiative.
Ivor is very lethargic right now.
Yeah, it is also Ivor's turn.
Oh, right. Oh, yes, I should pull out the combat tracker. Nice. Well, seeing as I literally can't do anything, I will hold an action in case something enters my view or I am pushed that way to Eldritch Blast the big bad thingy.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Aralas, your turn.
Is it doing anything hostile at the moment?
It is raising its arm that has a big old spear in it, and it's going to try to impale Slash, clearly.
Well, then I guess I will cast Shatter at it such that I don't hit Slash with it.
All right. And it's got a little red blinking light on its forehead for some reason. Okay. Come on. Work, darn you. It passes. Is that half damage?
That's a fine question. I am not 100% certain.
All right. Creature half as much damage on a successful save. All right, so I should be able to. Why can I not select the dude? I can select other people. I can do that. Oh well, manual. There is a sound like tearing tinfoil as portions of the armor kind of crinkle. Do you do anything else?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Slash is going to go into rage. He lets out just a high-pitched scream, and then he's gonna wallop it with his great axe. Actually, he is going to use Reckless Attack, giving him advantage on it. And that's a crit.
Well done, Slash.
Not a... it's a fairly fat crit. It could be plumper. And he is going to attack again.
Now, Taylor, would that thing have had disadvantage on its saving throw, being as it's metal?
Is that what Shatter says? I thought it was like stone and crystal that gets the disadvantage.
It says a creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Then yes. Let me roll that again. A 16 still passes, unfortunately.
Alas.
It was worth a shot. So Slash attacks again. And that was a crit fail. Perfectly balanced as all slashes should be. And I think that's his turn. I don't remember if barbarians do anything fun with bonus actions. Or was that just his rage? Is that what he used?
It was already his rage,
Gotcha.
yeah.
All right. Kane, your turn. You're almost dead. You're also in the hallway.
So I've not been in this room that Slash is in, correct?
Correct, but you hear the sound of slashing.
Slashing?
Uh-huh.
Well, I kind of leapfrog over Eeyore. Who's on his side?
He's in a cart, I think. A wheelbarrow, something like that.
Right.
Yes, he's on his side to represent him being down.
You can give me an acrobatics check to get over with your normal movement, or you can spend 10 feet of movement to get through that square.
I'll spend the movement.
Okay. You don't want a chance to get it
Please
free?
don't step on Ivor.
Yeah.
I can go that far.
Yes. You see lots of little portals with silent blue lightning crackling between them. You see the big old boy. You see Ivor slash... not
Can I
Ivor,
stand in
slash,
this space?
Would you like... you can stand it and not be on the portal, yeah.
Okay. Well, he's a big dude.
He is a big dude. He is the unavoidable giant death guard.
He does look unavoidable.
If he spreads his arms, you're just not getting past him.
Well, fortunately, I don't have the movement to get past him or to him. So, I crack my knuckles. I've always wanted to try this indoors.
Oh no.
How much trouble am I in now?
Are you casting Call Lightning? Lightning Bolt. Oh no.
Z-
Well, place your template.
Oh, there's a thing.
Yeah.
Christ, I've never successfully done this.
You will this time. Just click place measure template in the chat log. In the chat log, your lightning bolt says place measured template at the bottom.
Okay.
If you click that, then it will activate the template tool, and you can click on the center of yourself and drag it.
Crap. I had one.
You can Control Z that, I think. You can hover over it, and you can hold down Control and use your scroll wheel to point it in a different direction, I believe.
Well, the place measure template is grayed out, so...
Okay, it probably only lets you do that once. I'll do it for you then.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I think you can also scroll it while you're placing it too.
Yes.
To make that a little easier.
You'll be able to do that and not hit any of your allies.
That's the plan.
He's got a Dex saving throw. Does he have disadvantage being made of metal?
I don't see anything to that effect.
Okay. One moment. There we go. That passes. So he takes half damage from that? All right.
Well, it looked impressive anyway.
I mean, that's still a lot of damage. You blow a giant hole in the middle of his chest, revealing absolutely nothing inside. Will you do anything else?
No.
All right. It's his turn. He raises his spear. And he thrusts at Slash. A 29 will hit. He does 9 to Slash, because Slash is raging, leaving a deep wound. Slash falls to one knee and then gets back up. He thrusts again. And I forgot that he has protection, so Slash should have been neutral instead of at advantage against him, but that's okay. 28 hits, and he does another 9 to Slash. He thrusts a third time. Whoops. That was a crit, though.
Uh-oh.
And this time, really not a fat crit. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 2 on 68.
Ooh.
And that'll be for 8 to Slash. The creature.
That could have been so much worse.
Yes, it could have been. The creature then it pulls itself back up and returns to the position it was in when Slash entered the room for like a split second, and the light on its forehead begins blinking more quickly. And then it returns to a combat position and prepares to finish off Slash. It is the turn of Ivor.
Well, I still can't see much.
Who's moving your
Slash was, but he's currently engaged and angry, so it's probably not very reasonable.
just stuck there?
It does make him better at dragging it, though.
True. Can I just kind of slump out of it and like flop onto the ground here?
Yeah. You can.
Okay.
You can move as though prone.
Okay, as though prone. Okay, so I'll just plop
I guess
myself
you're
here then.
carrying a lot more than your carrying capacity, so I think that does that reduce your maximum speed by 10? Is that, or is that the variant roll?
Something. I don't know.
We'll say you can crawl 10 feet, and we'll figure it out later.
Okay. As long as I have 5 feet just to get into the room, I'm good. So I'll plop down here and then just bonus action hide, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
You play dead.
Okay, I play dead. Yes. There we go.
You feel pretty dead.
Okay, that triggers bolts from the grave, which is actually a dagger attack because I still have neglected to set that up. Will this be at advantage against him? Does he notice me?
He probably doesn't. 1 second.
Sure.
It will be at advantage.
Okay.
That will not hit.
Not hit. Okay, so then Eldritch Blast as my action. Pew.
That will
Playing
not
dead
hit.
loses. Playing
Another
dead
not
loses
hit.
effectiveness if you're shooting.
Yep.
It does after the... Yeah.
After the first shot, yeah.
Although down here, lots of dead things shoot people, so I'm afraid that will also not hit.
Yep, that's my turn.
All right. Airlass. Slash is really taking a beating here. Are you with us, George? Because I do not hear you.
Nope, I just get back here from an emergency sour cream run.
Oh, no, sorry. It is your turn, and Slash just got stabbed 3 times in the chest. And we just learned that that may kill people. But not Slash.
Oh, well, that's could be a problem. I guess I will try to shatter it again.
All right. It's con save, is that correct? At disadvantage, it gets an 18. And that's so it will.
Well, I could not have rolled that much worse.
Oof. All right, you it had a giant hole in its chest from being blasted by lightning, and you just ripped the edges of the holes. Do you do anything else?
No, I think I'm going to stand my ground right there.
All right. Slash is enraged by being brought so close to death. He starts screaming about how he is not going to let people sacrifice him anymore, and just continues to recklessly wail on the death guard.
Effectively sacrificing himself.
Effectively, yes. He's at neutral because creatures within 5 feet have disadvantage against the death guard. He does hit for 13. He attacks again. That does not hit. He bleeds quite a lot more, as much as you guys are capable of bleeding. Kane, your turn.
Mm-hmm. I will do that.
All right. Let me look at the text of hold person real quick, because I don't know if it's going to affect him. It affects humanoids, so it will not affect him.
Oh.
Now, I would say that you would... So you see that there's nothing in the armor. I would say that Kane is aware that it's not a humanoid, and that Kane is aware that humanoids are required for the spell, so you can not have cast that.
At least Kane is smarter than I am.
It's nice to be smarter than you are. I love D&D for that reason.
Okay, one moment.
All right. Do you have hold giant suit of armor?
I do not.
Well, that's
Failure on
something
my
for your
part.
next character.
Maybe Vesper can melt the damn thing.
Probably. Yeah, where is Vesper? I didn't add Vesper to the tracker.
Oh no.
1 second, I'm going to simulate a Vesper turn here.
She should be setting fire to this thing.
Vesper should have been at the top of the list. So Vesper was only back here, so Vesper will have moved up. Vesper will be here by now. Vesper will have cast. Vesper will have cast Scorching Ray. And have failed. Alright, back to you, Kane. Vesper will have another turn to simulate being at the top of the round after you're done with this. Entangle. Saving throw,
I wasn't
DC 15 strength.
first. I figured his strength was probably higher than his wisdom.
Yeah, you were right. His strength is 24, his wisdom's 8.
Perfect. His strength is 24?
Yeah. And he succeeds. Does anything
course
happen
he
on a success?
What?
Does anything happen if he succeeds?
Oh, it's difficult terrain now.
Okay. Are you going to do anything else?
No.
All right. Vesper's going to cast another Scorching Ray to simulate her second turn. That hits. And does a perfectly average 7 fire damage. On 3 of them, for a total of 21. Giant molten holes form in the creature's face and begin dripping little bits of metal to the ground.
Oh, gross.
The thing is kind of swaying. Its center of balance is a little off with so much of its self disintegrated. Its torso is only really held onto its hips by a surprisingly small amount of metal by this point. It's his turn, and he's going to thwack slash, probably murdering him. He thrust in. He's gonna hit slash for 8. He thrusteth again. And he obliterates slash,
I feel like we should have done something to prevent that.
pinning him to the ground. He is going to then step over Slash's corpse and try to get to Aralas.
So is Slash outright dead? Or...
No, he's just pinned to the ground.
Okay.
And then he rips out the spear. His corpse is still there.
Oh boy,
He does not
that sounds
disappear.
painful.
And he made 2 spear thrusts, so he still has a third one against Aralas. Does a 21 hit?
Yes, indeedy.
All right. He does 25 piercing to you.
Ouchie.
Yeah. That is the end of its turn. Vesper. Vesper is going to cast another Scorching Ray. Vesper does not hit.
Vesper.
Vesper cannot twin spell that. Can Vesper do anything more? I should be paying more attention to how sorcerers work. Vesper does not do anything. Ivor.
I will bonus action dash to give myself some extra movement and
you need to ask your
shoot
god
off.
to give you millipede legs.
Yes. Does a 25 hit?
25 does hit.
My bolts from the grave. Okay, so it does sneak attack damage. Boom. Big 6.
Thwack.
And then Eldritch Blast, which is here in my spellbook. Nice.
That hits.
Ooh. So I was just barely not hitting before, right?
Yes.
And again. Aw,
That does not hit.
And then I will use my big dash 20 feet of movement to just climb back up inside the thing and end my turn.
Be chonkin'. All right. Aralas, your turn. The look on your character's face is appropriate now.
So if I move anywhere, it's going to provoke an attack of opportunity, right?
Correct. Unless you move around inside its melee range.
Well, in that case, I guess I will draw the swords and try and whack it.
All right. You have disadvantage on attacks within 5 feet of it. Excuse me. That does not hit. And that does not hit. You feel like you may have blunted your rapier's tip on its armor. You give it a quick check, it looks fine.
Oh, good. So as I die, it will look wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Do you do anything else?
Duck?
Yeah.
You duck. Slash is hiding under the death guard. He makes a death saving throw. Is there a death saving throw button on the sheet? Probably not. Oh, there is, I think.
Yeah.
And he fails. Unslashing it.
TPK. TPK.
Kane, it's your turn. Your character's face is also appropriate.
Well, while we're doing things we can't do indoors, typically.
Yay. Oh, huh. Interesting. I have never seen that spell used before. I forgot it existed.
I kind of did too.
I'm intending this to come from the northeast and go down southwest.
So, right in front of Vesper,
More or less.
the area
How do I name that spot?
the area can be up to 30 feet long, up to 10 feet wide, up to 10 feet tall. Interesting. So I find it really funny they don't give a minimum size for that. Your tidal wave could be like a hand's size and still do the entirety of the damage.
So from this spot that I accidentally made
Yeah.
to him and across the...
There's no... Yeah, you just get him. You're also going to get Slash because he is standing at the creature's feet, but you won't get anyone else because you can make it as big as a fingernail and just freaking do the same amount of damage.
Nice.
And then, however, it will then burst out 30 feet around it and then vanish. So I'm going to delete the templates that you have down here.
Splish splash.
And that's the amount of area that's going to get covered by the water. So first the creature is going to make its dex saving throw, then slash will.
Does it go around corners?
The going around is just a matter of illuminating candles, so it's not going
Okay.
It's not going to do anything.
Ivor is safe from the splish splash in his tub.
Exactly.
Yes.
I really shouldn't have even put out the circle because it does nothing. I just wanted to see what it would do if it did something. It succeeds. Slash. I don't remember the rules for dex saving throws if you're unconscious or prone. I feel like you just fail them.
I think you just failed them. Yeah, I think you're right.
All right, Rip Slash. He's just going to flat out take another death saving throw.
Oh, no.
And the creature takes, what, half damage of the sheet that I just... All right, 11. So its legs blow off, and its torso is on the ground. It's now clawing its way closer to Airless. It doesn't have a head anymore, either. It's only got half of one of its arms. Its other arm's fine. Is that the rest of your turn?
Yes.
All right. It's the Death Guard's turn. He's going to attack Airlass.
There's one arm that he's crawling with?
Yes, he's gonna kind of brace himself up and then slash, jab, etc., whatever. He deals 29 damage to Airlass.
Jesus.
So as I'm dying here,
Yes.
can I use a reaction to Hellish Rebuke him?
Yes. He's got to make a saving throw. He succeeds. Is that half damage?
I believe so.
All right. You kill each other with this in the same split second. His spear goes into you, and your branding word of fury ignites within his armor and just burns away the last bits of twisted metal and leather that were holding him together. We are out of combat.
Ivor flops to the floor and immediately Eldritch blasts at it.
You ping off the remnants of the helmet and it goes flying.
I did it. I killed it.
Good job. There you are.
Is the room still wet from the tidal wave, or did that all vanish?
It vanished.
Oh, okay, because I had a mental image of Ivor just face first flopping into the water and then just like fish flopping along the ground.
Ivor has become dolphin. What do you do?
Well, I suppose I am stuck on the ground for now because Slash does not appear to be getting back up.
Yeah, he's kind of underneath the pile of remnant armor.
Vesper, you can help him, right?
Yeah, I can do that.
I mean, she would say, "Oh yeah, I forgot I could do that."
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot I could do that. So Vesper is going to use Cure Wounds. Does Vesper have a spell feature that lets her do more?
Are you a Divine Soul?
Yes, Vesper's Divine Soul and has Twin Dispel. Can Twin Dispel twin Cure Wounds?
You can cure it onto 2 different targets, yeah.
Nice.
As a Divine Soul sorcerer, you can spend a sorcery point to re-roll your healing dice if they're bad.
So Vesper's going to drag Airlass over here.
Ivor will pretend like he's helping, but he has no strength to even barely lift his arm.
And Vesper's going to take that, is going to give 9 healing to both Slash and to Airless. And is going to do it again. And is going to reroll that.
Mm-hmm.
You each get 10. Says, I'm almost out of magic. Is that okay? However, this is Vesper in character not realizing that she has sorcery points.
Yes, that's fine for right now, thank you.
Slash sits up and says, I didn't get sacrificed. Yay.
Well, I mean, technically.
If it's of my own free will, it doesn't count.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not familiar with the rules.
Of course, he did offer himself of his own free will in most other circumstances, but yeah. So, Ivor is a fish. Kane has 5 HP. Slash has 19, and Airlass has 19. Vesper's almost out of magic. You guys are pretty low on resources. What are you going to do?
Keep exploring the dungeon. I guess, I mean, probably be good to look around the room in general. Even if we're leaving now, it'd be good to do that first.
I don't know why this is doing that.
I don't know either. What are you doing? Well, around the room, there are these portals that are continuing to crackle their lightning.
Continuing to port.
Continuing to port, yes. The torches around the room are unlit. There are these 2 pairs of staircases on either side of this statue, which is the same shape as this giant death guard, but is made of stone. It doesn't come alive yet. But otherwise, yeah, these 2 staircases go down into darkness. It smells of old coins, I guess, in here. Along with, the blood of Slash. And a lot of ozone. Probably not very good for you.
If we are in need of healing, since I just joined the group last session, I have a whole lot of spell slots available if need be.
Aren't you special?
Healing is good. It is helpful when people are taking away the thing that healing restores.
I am not. I have most of my blood in my body, but I do not have much muscle left. I don't know if healing can help with that.
I don't think I have anything that restores muscle.
Oh, that's
Just
unfortunate.
blood.
Well, I may just need some rest to get back to normal then, unfortunately.
I'm gonna take a nap for like a week.
Inside.
Skullminster says, that's a long nap. We have rooms upstairs kind of designed for that.
You,
Well, sort of. We have lounging rooms.
well, lead the way, Mr. Scout, whatever your name is.
Okay, is that what we're doing? Okay. And I'm Skullminster. That is my name now. And he's just gonna set off straight for the upstairs.
Hey, Slash. Do you think you could help me get upstairs?
Sure. That's doable.
Thank you, Slash.
Whoop whoop indeed. I gotta remember where the stairs are. There we go. Right. Ivor is pulled to the scene. Is anybody not going upstairs?
I guess I'll go upstairs.
Okay.
See any point to being down here by myself?
Was I supposed to do something?
I haven't seen upstairs yet.
No, I've got to do it. It is true. You haven't seen You saw upstairs for like 5 minutes, who knows how long ago, and then you saw the inside of a bag. So everyone should be pulled to the scene.
There we go.
So Skullminster moves on. Back to the place where he was.
Ivor fish flops through the door. Oh, thank you, Slash. Hello,
You're
Fjords.
welcome. Oh, yes, what? Oh, what's going on? No one's around.
Horse. Are there other horses by any chance?
What on earth are you talking about?
Are there
There are other horses around, but I am the only me.
Okay, good to know. Just checking.
Are there other yous around?
Oh, there was a room full of them, but we killed them all.
Oh.
Joke.
I'm going to go back to preparing the onions. And there is, of course, the statue of Wendelorn the Mad sitting on the couch. His expression has not changed a bit. Airlass gets a really weird feeling for some reason, for just a split second, then it vanishes. You are in this room. It is somewhat comfier than the downstairs. What would you like to do?
I'd like to lay out on this rug and have a nap.
Well, you may. Is everyone going to take a rest of one variety or another?
Ivor really can't argue, so he will rest, yes.
Okay.
It's not like he could just go off on his own. So.
I mean, it's only been a little while since I just spent a couple 100 years resting, but I suppose if that's what everyone else is going to do, I'm going to rest.
That's fair. I don't know, there are stools. You weren't allowed to have any stools in your cell, so that's a luxury that, I don't know, maybe it just astounds you.
It's very luxurious here.
Are you guys taking a short or a long rest? Or I should say, are you beginning one or the other?
Well, if you'll have us for that long, I guess I would like a long rest. It feels like...
Can we start a short rest and have it transition into a long rest if we get
Yes.
enough time? Okay.
I feel like that's necessary when you're doing this variant.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah.
So yes? What?
I don't know how to roll good.
Click on your character sheet, and under... That is a very good question.
Like, I would expect the word hit dice to be clickable. It's not.
What are you doing?
Trying to roll hit.
Hit
Oh,
the
wait,
short
that-
rest button and it'll come up.
Yes, there it is, right under the
Sorry,
hit
I
dice.
said
Do you just need hit points? Because I've got all kinds of spells to stuff hit points into you.
that's a good start.
Oops.
Oh, it didn't. There we go. Now I can roll. Yes, there we go. And now I rest. Good.
I do like that it adds it automatically.
Vesper does ask for some healing, Airless. Says I just need a little bit, just a little top off. Just refill the tank a little.
Well, then I guess I will cast Cure Wounds on Vesper.
Wonderful.
Vesper says thank you.
I got a 2, a 7, an 8, and a 9. That's not too.
That is not too bad. So you all continue resting for a couple days. From time to time, Hjorst comes in and puts some food in front of you guys, seeming more anxious and worried every time. You maybe do you do some fairly thorough exploring of the floor, and nothing more comes up from down below. And the 4 death guards who were by the entrance do not move unless one of you decides to hit them.
Nope. I would not.
Slash, please don't.
No, thank you.
And
Can we ask Mrs. Hjorst what her problem is?
everybody's gone. I don't understand. This has never happened before. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. We have orders I need to make, but I always give them to Mistress Marley, and we're going to run out of supplies before long.
Well, how many people were here?
People come and go. It was mostly Mistress Marley and the people who would come for her to do the business with, but they haven't been by either. It's only been all of you.
How long have you been alone here?
Only a few days. It's only been about since all of you showed up, and really, you're supposed to help me prepare things. I haven't been making much of a fuss about it because we haven't had anybody to prepare for. But you're not being very industrious.
Well, if you don't have anybody to prepare for, what are we going to prepare?
Well, that's why I haven't been bothering you about it.
Well, then problem solved.
But I don't know. It's strange. It's different. I'm scared.
Have you thought about going downstairs and checking that out?
No. Why would I do that? We sealed it off for a reason. It was sealed off before I got here, but... She does not make a horse noise as she does that. It's phonetically as though she had a human mouth. Then she goes back to preparing her onions. And a couple days later, as you're all lounging, the halfling lady kind of just swaggers in. That was the wrong person selected. She says, well, look at all of you. Just sitting around eating my onions. Enjoying my rug.
Very good onions.
They are very good onions. Horse is very good at what she does.
Yes, she is.
So yeah, thanks for that heads up. About your friend. That little old bone serpent. Yeah, you know what he's up to.
Ivor barely manages to lift his head up off the floor to say, "Oh yes, the great bone serpent." Yes, then puts his head back down.
Yeah, what is up with him? You look like you haven't been eating onions.
I am not a fan of onions, no.
Are you okay?
No.
Horse could make you something else. He could probably make you some sheep. We got some sheeps and roths.
You did.
Oh, you've been exploring, have you?
Yes.
Oh, huh. So, we have a bit of a situation, and when I say we, I mean like all the realms of existence. As that there bone serpent has kind of splintered himself into several incarnations and is kind of running around several different planes, eating lots and lots of people.
Excuse me, one question.
Yes.
What is a plane?
It's like a flat thing.
I see.
I read a book on geometry once that was really bored. It's a flat thing, and it intersects things, I think. And so we refer to different kind of worlds as planes, because they're like flat things where all the people live, and you can jump off the side of them into the dark abyss beyond or something, I think. They're like layered like a cake. Or so I've been told. What we're in right now is a different one than the living world, and a different one than Fool's Paradise, which is where Hope was. Or
Okay,
is.
so you're insane.
Yes.
Okay.
I am driven absolutely insane. I have gone to the depths of reading books down here, is what I've done.
Is that why you have yours preparing onions because of the layers?
I don't even know how to respond to that. I feel like we need to give you a job. That said, we do need to give you a job. Because there is a need for people who are good at stabbing bone serpents is what we need. And I assume that you can, seeing as how, you're mortal enemies of the bone serpent is what I've gathered from the brief conversation we had before my entire army was destroyed.
No, I don't have any personal beef with the bone serpent, just so we're clear.
Okay.
What's a bone serpent?
Yeah, not you.
Okay.
The one that we sent to hell. We've been trying to get that one back. It's a lot of paperwork. We're probably not going to get in time. And what on earth is up with that me? Is that his name was me? I think it was. What is up with him? Why is he a statue? You guys unblocked the basement, didn't you?
No.
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
Yeah, we kept that sealed up for a reason, because there was a lot of red tape. It was not authorized that we clean it up. If you have cleaned it up, I'm going to have a lot more red tape. So thank you for that, I suppose.
You could define clean in many different ways, yes.
Oh, I'm so...
It's rather messy down there, right?
I am going to have so much paperwork.
Can you explain the Horse abominations by any chance?
I have no idea what you're talking about. That sounds like a lot more paperwork.
Maybe check it out. They're pretty cool.
I don't want to. I feel like the less I see, the less I have to, explain things. I think we can just board it all back up, and I can just write it all off as a bunch of adventurers doing stuff.
Do you have any idea why there would be evil shadow monsters down there that drain people's strength?
I have literally no idea.
Oh.
That sounds like cultists.
Yes.
Yeah,
potentially.
Yeah, if we seal it off, hopefully they can't get out.
They went through walls, I think.
Oh.
Did they? I couldn't tell.
We'll set some traps.
They were very tricky.
We have shade traps. They're made of silver. They're like bear traps.
Perfect.
We put people in them.
I see.
So, yeah, we I have been authorized to give out some living souls.
What now?
I've been authorized to give out some living souls to people who can help with this just one little thing. We just need you to go to Hope for a day maybe. We have good reason to believe that the bone serpent is the weakest there. His avatar is probably the weakest. And when I say we, I mean I could not convince anybody that was a realistic possibility, and so this is completely under the table. And so we have only Maya resources to do stuff with, and not the thousands of Death Guard that we could be throwing at it, which would make this infinitely easier.
I see.
No, send all the Death Guard to the living world. That makes perfect sense. That's definitely where the giant bone serpent is going to be the weakest, right? I don't think much of that if you haven't if you haven't gotten the gist of that. So, I am not giving you any rational explanation for why you should do this. I am offering you a living soul if you do this. Would you like to do this?
Me.
That's all I needed to hear.
So you want to send us somewhere to kill a bone serpent, and in exchange for that, you will give us a soul.
I will, give each individual who wants it, except for the skeleton janitor over there, a soul.
Comes with us.
He can come with you if he wants. He's not getting anything. I am in crippling debt, says Skillminster. A mere living soul will not save me.
Could you at least cancel his debt?
I can cancel it to the effect of one living soul.
That sounds good enough to me.
We can eat the soul.
You may eat your soul if you wish. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the mechanics of that are. You are free to do with it whatever you
There's
wish.
a lot of like zipping, and it's kind of an intense feeling. But
Oh,
yes.
all the gods, please stop talking.
I have just a little taste first.
No, you may not. Well, sort of, yes. Actually, kind of, yeah. Because I am also authorized, and by authorized, I mean I took from the evidence locker. And by evidence locker, I mean the crate where we keep things.
Just let me lick it.
You hold your horses.
I want to lick it.
Horse says yes. and she sighs and says, "No, Miss Horse. Please go back to making dinner. We're going to need it in like 24 hours.
We're going to need many onions with lots of layers here, please.
I thought you didn't like onions.
I don't.
Okay. They are filled with vitamin C. You do need them one way or another. So, I've got a little thing.
Should be
Yes,
like
there we
that.
go. So, yes, I have for each of you, except for you, Skelminster, I have a little crystal thingy of rejuvenation. When you devour it, when you take it into your being, it will rejuvenate you and give you what it says on the side of the effects of a short rest. I don't really know what that means, but I know it makes me feel energized and ready to punch people when I use one. We use them in the battlefield so that people can keep fighting for longer.
I want to lick a soul. Are you going to let me or not?
It is a bit of a soul, yes. It is a fragment of a living soul, and you each get one. And she hands them out to you. You each have a shard of rejuvenation. You may spend your entire turn, including movement, to activate the shard, and it will give you the benefits of a short rest immediately, and you can restore as many short rest pit dice as you wish in a combat turn by telling me, hey, I want to activate it.
No, like, how would your character activate it?
By, I don't know, touching it dramatically, or by eating it. You may lick it. It will disintegrate when you use it.
So I can't take just a little taste.
You may take a little taste without activating it if you wish.
Okay, I'd like to do that.
It zaps your tongue. Tastes like strawberries.
I hope an entire soul is better than that. That's a little disappointing.
And she also raises in her hand an entire living soul and says, now you close your eyes and hold on to your seats. And then
Close my eyes and hold my butt.
And then it evaporates, and a pure life-giving mist fills the air and immediately gives you all the effects of a long rest.
Yay.
Gwendolyn is still made of stone, unfortunately.
Long rest. Boom. Ivor immediately jumps up to his feet.
Well, your muscles just grew like 2 sizes.
Yes, it was very painful, but I feel much better now.
Yeah, it usually is. You all feel better than... I mean, okay. So aside from the ones of you who were just literally alive like a day ago, which is one of you, you feel better than you have in as long as you can possibly remember. Infinitely better than you did when you were decrepit abominations of nature in the living world. You feel almost alive again.
I feel amazing, actually.
She says, so, Did you say that you? No, we're not going to do that. That would be faster, but we're just not going to. I need everyone to stand on the Hell Grate up in the front. I'm gonna just change the setting. I have the power to send people to Fool's Paradise. I can just exert a little bit more and send you directly to Hope.
I would like to rip this rug off the floor.
You may rip it off the floor and wear it as a cape.
Now I look as good as I feel.
Are there any of you among you who would prefer to not do this? You may choose to not to if you wish, and it will not be held against you. We'll just get back to you later.
I think Statue Boy's gonna have to stay here.
Yeah, he's gonna have to stay here. I got someone who will come and thaw him, but it's gonna take a couple decades. He'll be good as new after that. Well, goodbye, me. Have fun.
Goodbye, me.
Skelminster, keep him company. We're gonna have a talk when we get back. He says, yeah, if I have anything to do with it. And she says, what? He says, nothing.
Yapping.
All right, stand right on there, she says. And my...
Did we...
What?
Did I get left behind?
Oh, no, probably.
Help. There we go. Okay. I'm back.
Okay, and what effect is Vesper under? I don't know. Vesper looks like she's under some effect, but there's like no icon there. Yeah, it's not important for the moment. Right, so Ivor, you're effectively just kind of squished in the middle.
There we go.
Which is my death god will be right behind you. Jesus, ready, set.
Wait,
Yes.
weren't we going to have the onions from Horse? No, is that or is that not?
I'll send them
No.
later.
Oh, okay,
They're not
perfect.
ready
Thank you.
now.
Sorry for the interruption. Yes, I'm good now.
Ready, set, have fun, don't die. The hope of probably lots of things rests on whatever you do, I don't know. The grate falls out from under you. There is a flash of swirling darkness. And you arrive at Hope once more. A monstrously foul stench fills your nose thrills as you arrive. The relative ambivalence of Hope without its living soul is now gone. The lack of things is gone now, yes. And there is a presence of dread in the air.
Well, this place kind of sucks.
So what
You
is
said
this
this is-
place?
What's that?
Half of us has never been here.
That is correct, yes.
It appears that hope is lost.
Oh, you said it. That's the name of the campaign.
Fade to black.
So, yeah, we're in combat. So no
Why?
scurrying around can. Because there is a zombie sitting at the fireplace. Dun dun
Say
dun.
hi.
Dun dun dun.
And he groans and starts charging right for you.
Okay, nice to meet you.
He says. And is there a roll all button?
Yes.
Vesper.
Yeah.
At the top of the round. Vesper very calmly walks up and lobs a firebolt.
Pew pew.
Hits. causing its head to explode. That was easy, says Vesper. Ivor, can you give me a just regular intelligence check, please? Something seems vaguely familiar about the zombie. And as you squint and scratch your head and then realize that it is dressed like a peddler, and there is a backpack of flasks and powders and things spilled on the ground next to it. You remember a certain merchant who was coming to Hope as you guys were heading out once upon a time. And this guy seems very similar to that person.
Let's set fire to everyone you meet.
It hasn't let me down yet, says Vesper.
I do
least let
believe
us
that
say
the
hi.
residents of Hope are now zombies.
What, all of them?
It is the another Death Guard's turn. It says, forward, men! Yeah, a monster, it says. Kane, it's your turn.
Where does he see a monster?
He points.
Oh, wait up.
He's pointing in this general direction.
He's pointing like a half log.
He is, yes. That is mostly what these guys do. So you, around right here, you see a deformed and abominable creature wielding a giant bone. It glares at you with its little beady eyes.
Hi,
Impotent, it says.
nice to meet you.
Oh.
You not potent.
This is a good question. Would I have had time during that long rest and stuff to summon a new meat orphan?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
It racks its bone.
There we go. Burp.
Would you like to do anything else, Kane?
Did I not see a dude down here?
Did you not see a dude down here? You saw, like where?
Down here. I thought I saw
It might have been a trick of the visibility, because you caught a glimpse of a dude down there, yes, but you don't see him now.
Okay,
Maybe he ducked out of sight.
maybe he did. Then I would like to prepare.
Okay.
I'd like to Deuce Flame and prepare attacking with it. Can I do that?
All right. For if you see a dude down there,
Or if something looks hostile.
like
toward
the
us.
creature standing 10 feet away from you, menacingly holding its giant bone, about to bash you in the head.
Or a different one, depending on, because
Okay.
if something is actively hostile.
Like actively moving towards you while brandishing a weapon. I am going to rip the head off of your shoulders, the creature says.
Oh, sounds hostile.
That could just be how it says hello.
Yeah, do you speak potato orphan? I don't know.
You do not hit. You catch the rug on fire under its feet, and it aggressively grinds the fire out with its heel. Do you do anything else?
I have my head in shame. That's really close. I should have hit it.
It stomps towards you. It thwacks. It uses reckless attack. It deals 11 bludgeoning. There's a
Oh.
tremendous bonk as it hits you in the head. It doesn't hurt that much, actually.
Don't. Oh my.
You hear the sound of something covert moving down below.
The unquestionable and undoubted zombies.
They are very fervent in their identities. The inefficient Death Guard takes his turn. He hefts his long sword and is going to just straight up try to murder the orphan.
Classic.
He, at advantage, rolls a 7. He makes a second attack. And he hits. He deals 7 damage. The attack is blocked by the large bone, but he makes the orphan stagger back a foot. The left-handed zombie. A zombie appears and moves slowly toward you, muttering something about weapons. It has a long beard. The 1-hour Death Guard activates. He's just doing some reconnaissance. Aralas, your turn.
Okay. Okay, so where are the troublemakers here?
You see a little abomination with a giant bone trading blows with this Death Guard here. There is also a zombie that you see who is coming around the corner down here.
I guess I will try and Eldritch Blast the zombie.
All right. You hit. Your blast rips off one of its arms and shoulder. It looks severely hurt.
Now, do I do that again? Is that the idea?
I believe so. You hit. And you blow off its head and much of its torso.
And that's
It's still
going to
standing.
That's going to be the end of that for my turn.
All right. The ear-splitting zombie lets out a tremendous ree. And staggers slowly up to you all. The undoubted zombie approaches. Ivor, your turn.
All right. Ivor will move 25 feet here and say, I came here to lose hope and murder zombies, and I'm all out of hope. Bonus action dash. So he's got 35 feet left. 25 feet left. Triggers bolts from the grave, which is that.
Yep.
Attack. Boom. Oof.
You miss whatever you're attacking.
Zombie, yeah.
Is it the ear-splitting
then-
zombie here?
Yeah, the one to the left.
Okay.
And then Eldritch Blast.
Hit.
Again.
You hit it in the back. You hit. You blow off the top of its torso.
Right, and then the meat orphan gets 40 feet. So we'll do that, and that is Evor's turn.
All right. Slash. Slash runs up, he rages, and he prepares to slaughter the orphan. He reckless attacks.
Look away, meat orphan.
No more meat on the orphan now.
Cover your eyes.
Dealing a total of 4 damage. I was not factoring in rage damage this time or before. I gotta remember how much that is.
I think it's
Plus
2
2,
for
yeah.
quite a long time. Yeah.
He makes a second one. That is a crit.
That's a crit.
Nice. Deals 22.
The poor orphan.
There's the sound of somebody tenderizing chicken as he repeatedly hacks at the creature. Its rags that cover it are not yet torn, but it is somewhat lumpy and malformed now. The provisional
mashed
death guard. What's that?
Mashed potato under there now.
This death guard just runs into melee with the creature. Vesper's turn. Vesper is going to look down at this zombie and is going to cast Scorching Ray at it. Scorching Ray does not hit. That's Vesper's turn. Unquestionable zombie. Comes into melee with Ivor. He is clearly the bartender. Or was, I suppose. Thorny zombie. Another Death Guard's turn. He's going to come down here so as to give flanking to both these guys. And remember, in this campaign, flanking is advantage on damage rolls. He is going to attack the ear-splitting zombie. He misses. Misses. Kane.
Flanking has to be directly across, correct?
Directly or, yes, it can be diagonally, but it does have to be directly across. You do not have flanking on anything right now. And you have to be flanking with an ally. That is a question that has come up.
Well, that would make sense. One moment.
This is a circumstance when I do not suggest lightning bolt, but there is Thunderwave. I also don't suggest Thunderwave, but feel free to cast it.
Down with the Death Guard! Ah!
You feel a need for revenge against them for some reason, but you don't know why.
I was trying to
Lust
see
for
it,
vengeance.
but now it wants me to click on it.
You ignore that. It may have already taken a spell slot though.
No, it didn't.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna try to set fire to the potato again.
Okay. That's a ranged attack with Produce Flame. That is going to be advantage. I mean, you would have advantage against it because of reckless attack, I think, unless that's just melee attacks. We're going to say it's advantage against it. You also have disadvantage for being within 5 feet of it, so it'll cancel out and it'll be a neutral attack roll.
Well, you said a lot of words, so I'm going to hit normal.
Yeah,
because
that's
I think
good.
that's what you meant.
Yeah. 1 second. You hit, yeah. Fwacoom. Whoosh. Some of its wrappings catch on fire. They were fairly damp from orphan blood, though, so it's not as much as you would hope. You do not immolate the orphan yet. Do you do anything else?
Yes.
What do you do?
Try to find a way I can move over there without getting in that guy's range.
Without getting in which guy's range? You will take attack of opportunity from the potato orphan. But you'll be able to move where you want.
Yeah.
Bleed.
Yeah, just try
Says
to
potato
avoid the other
orphan.
guy.
Does a 23 hit?
Oh, I assume so.
Okay. You take 15 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, come on.
That was a max damage roll. It really disliked you for some reason.
I was hoping I would get lucky.
I don't let anybody take lucky in this campaign. Do you do anything else?
Oh,
It is Potato Orphan's turn.
I bleed a little.
You do that. Potato Orphan is going to try to thwack the Death Guard. Hits. Bionk. That was its turn. The covert zombie. It just comes right around here. The inefficient Death Guard. Attacketh.
Is
Oops.
Kane
I
on
should've been
top
great.
of the zombie here?
Kane. Kane is not on top of a zombie.
What?
Is it look weird on your screen?
Oh, maybe I'll just refresh. For me, Kane's token is like on top of the unquestionable zombie.
Oh, that's weird. It should be Kane is on the square below, so that you have flanking.
There we go. Nice. We got. That was just weird.
Oh gosh, which one was it? This was the inefficient Death Guard, who is right there. He did, yes, that much. Takes a second. No, that was the wrong thing. Dang it. Hit. So this Death Guard, standing right beside Slash, is doing quite a number on the Orphan. Just getting right in there with the stabs. Left-handed zombie approaches. And is going to try to murder you, Kane.
Oh. But I like me.
It just kind of flops over on you, and tiny little teeth sprout from its skin and dig into you.
I don't like that.
You shouldn't. 15 hits according to your character sheet. I don't know if you have anything that's not showing up properly.
I wouldn't know if I did.
All right. Do you have any resistance to poison? I don't believe you do. You take 9
no,
damage.
I have resistance to fire.
Okay. That's 3 piercing and 6 poison.
What?
It deals 9 damage to you. I was just giving you the breakdown. There was really no reason for the breakdown because you don't resist any of it.
Well, I couldn't even hear the breakdown you cut out.
Sorry. This death guard to the most right is attacking. Cuts the thing almost completely to pieces. Attacks again. Crits. And just eviscerates it. However, it is a zombie. It may survive. What am I doing? And it fails.
It's always bad when you fail to survive.
Exactly, yes. That is the tagline of this campaign. Aerolas, your turn.
I'm going to move down the room a little bit and Eldritch Blast the one right underneath Kane.
Okay. The one that's just barely standing. The one with the left hand.
For some reason, it's not moving me, so we're just going to skip to the black.
Oh dear. The game seems to think that you're not connected. You're still connected on Discord, so it...
Maybe refresh the page.
Yeah.
All right, give me a second then.
I also refresh. It's still not showing you logged in. Oh, there you are. Can you move yourself now?
The map zoomed back out where I can actually see what I'm doing. For some reason.
I'm sorry for the technical difficulties.
That's better.
And you hit. And you may kill it. We'll see if it passes its DC 9 Constitution saving throw. It does. Your second attack hits. See if it passes its DC 10. It does. It remains at 1 HP.
Yeah, that's that for me.
All right.
He failed to fail survive.
You riddle it with Eldritch Blasts, but it somehow pulls itself back up together and is still standing. The ear-splitting zombie lets out an aggressive re again and is going to try to attack the Death Guard. It hits. And savagely rips the Death Guard's breastplate out with the teeth that just suddenly sprout from itself. The Death Guard was not expecting that.
Never expect that.
It's like the Spanish Inquisition.
Exactly.
It's actually just going to stay here. It's going to try to bite you, Kane.
Well, that's
It's
unnecessary.
looking a wee bit surrounded.
Does a 21 hit? Yes, it does. Take 11 damage, please.
I will take 4 damage and then I'll fall over.
Kane is down.
This is flashbacks to Bayro.
Ivor, your turn.
Oh boy. I can rotate around a target without causing opportunity attacks, right?
So long as you stay in its melee range, yes. We don't have facing.
Double check that this feature would actually work here. Okay. I'm going to rotate around this zombie here. So that's
All right.
5, 10 feet of
You
movement.
would leave the melee of this zombie right here.
I'll bonus action disengage
All
and then
right.
do that. Which coincidentally would trigger my bolts in the grave, so I might as well just go ahead and use that. I'll do it against the covert zombie.
Okay. That'll hit.
Sneak attack damage. Just the sneak attack damage. 7.
All right.
And then I will use my action to Healing Hands Kane for
Okay.
6.
You take a big chunk out of his leg meat. Not Kane's, the zombies. You restore a big chunk of Kane's leg meat.
And then that used 5, 10 feet of my movement. I'm already disengaged. So I am gonna... Oops, I meant to hit spacebar. There we go. And that's my turn.
All right. Slash wallops the orphan. It's 9. Wallop again.
That's a tough orphan.
Yeah. He shatters the orphan's bone. The orphan tried to block, just crosswise, and it split down the middle. The orphan is now dual-wielding bones.
Oh, good. And they're sharp.
Only sharp on one end. Slash bellows in triumph. Provisional Death Guard attacks the ear-splitting zombie. Hit. Advantage on damage. He does 7. The creature has to make a DC 12 con save. It fails and dies. Makes a second attack against the other one. Misses. Vesper is going to Scorching Ray. Hits. First bolt blasts the creature. Scorching Ray is not really programmed properly. I don't think. Do all the bolts hit the same target, or do they go to different targets? Are there supposed to be different rolls for each bolt?
Yes, you
Okay.
can direct them. It's 3 attack rolls by default, and you can just throw them at wherever you want.
Hits the second one. Yeah, the bolt hits that one, and that's going to be a DC 14 con save. It fails. It explodes into zombie bits that are all flaming also. Sends the third bolt, hits. This zombie is now on fire, the covert zombie. It's not as covert now. Another Death Guard's turn. Tries to attack the orphan.
What? It is harder to tell that it's a zombie under the fire.
That is fair.
Was on fire. He'd be covert.
It slashes again. That was not what I meant to do.
What? That's a very high roll on a D87, though.
Good job.
And another Death God reveals it was the end boss the entire time. His longsword gets stuck in the orphan's skull for just a moment. He rips it out, leaving a giant dent in the skull. Kane.
Question.
Answer.
That was easy.
What would you like to know?
Do I also have to make a saving throw?
For
Within the range. This that I just put up here.
1 second. Erupting Earth. Choose a point. 20-foot cube. Each creature in there. Yes. If you're a sorcerer, I think sorcerer, wizard, a class gets to choose people who don't get affected by their AoEs. You're not that.
Okay.
Would you still like to do that?
I would, just not
Okay.
in the place I wanted to.
It's another one of those Woods of the Coast hate sorcerers things, because wizards get to choose, hey, you guys just aren't affected. Sorcerers get to choose, hey, you guys just passed the saving throw.
Yeah, I always think it is sorcerers who have it, because that is the most sorcerer thing I can imagine.
Exactly, but nope.
Alright, so they gotta make dex throws.
What's the dex on a zombie?
Not good. Fail. Fail. So they each take 3d12. Can you... There we... You roll me some damage. 17. One of them is blown up into the air, then comes back down, full of holes. One of them has to make a ridiculous Constitution saving throw that it is not going to pass. And it doesn't.
Does the zombie meat that made the holes also come raining down?
He does. Hallelujah, it's raining prior men. Potato Orphan's turn. Sorry.
I was going to get all of them and sacrifice a guard, but
Oh, that was beautiful.
it's not to be.
Is going to attack the Death Guard. Recklessly.
Not just the prior men, but the prior women and the prior children, too.
Perfect.
Wow.
With the crash and a bonk, the bouncing the bouncing potato orphan, that is what it's called, wails on another Death Guard for a while. The covert zombie.
Does it just have like an idle animation where it's bouncing between attacks?
Yes.
Like,
I didn't code it very interestingly. It's going to try to bite Kane, since Kane is clearly the weakest link. Take 8 damage, please, Kane.
I'm down again.
Swish the
I
thumb
tried.
crack.
I'll give you the maximum healing that is allowable for me.
The inefficient Death Guard will attack.
I appreciate it with my dying breath.
Misses. It's true to its name. Hits. And slaughters the Potato Orphan. As the Potato Orphan falls to the ground, it looks up at Slash and mutters, "Was but that."
Well, at least it can conjugate properly.
It increased its language skills since the last time you talked to it. This Death Guard comes around. Actually, he's going to come around and help the dead Kane flank this zombie.
Can you move when you're dead?
No, you cannot.
Okay. Well, that's a thought that counts.
In case you happen to have companions who might raise you up in a moment.
Why didn't you just attack the other zombie and flank with the living?
Because he
guard?
wants to help you, Kane. He's nice like that. He's
Okay.
the 1 hour Death Guard.
Aw, wholesome death guard.
Yeah. We'll see if the zombie passes. It does. It has passed several saving throws now. Aralas, your
is-
turn.
Definitely the undoubted.
There's a lot of chopping going on here, Aralas. What have you gotten yourself into?
So I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast again on the one below where Kane is.
Okay. You hit. Yeah, you bop it. It's probably going to survive. And it does not survive.
Oh.
Congratulations. You blow it to pieces.
Then I guess the second one I will shoot at the other zombie that's still up, right?
Okay. And sorry, I didn't realize you'd already rolled that one. It does hit, and it may die. It passes.
Now, can I cast Healing Word on Kane from where I'm at?
We're doing the homebrew that says you can do an action and a bonus action spell in one turn. So you may, as long as it is, yeah, the bonus action.
Isn't that the whole point of a bonus action?
You would think so. Wizards of the Coast doesn't seem to think so.
Then why give it its own name?
The intention normally is so that you could bonus action spell and still use like an attack or a cantrip or something on the same turn.
Yeah.
Instead of going through spells more frequently.
If you squint at it, it makes sense. If you play the game, it doesn't.
So I ended up cantripping and
Yeah.
bonus actioning a spell.
And you put 4 points of healing on Kane.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And Evor's turn. Sorry.
Also, didn't he Eldritch Blast anyways, so that would be fine. Anyways.
Yeah.
But even by normal rules, that would be fine.
That's good then.
Yeah.
We're playing the game as it was meant to be intended.
Yes, as it was meant to be
Yes,
intended. Eldritch Blast.
You hit.
Pow.
Boom. DC 13 con. Fail. Die.
I blast the corpse.
It ragdolls. And Ragdoll is not here.
No, that's me. I thought of too, though. Ragdoll physics.
There are no visible enemies. We are.
Ivor hides. This bonus action. Whoop. Oh, I can't. There we go. Hip. There we go.
We are out
Yep.
of combat.
Do I get any extra armor from my sweet tiger cape?
You do not.
Wow.
You may once for free turn into a tiger while wearing it.
Nice.
That is, it doesn't use up a wild shape.
Ooh.
That is
It will
pretty
consume
cool.
the tiger skin though.
Does Kane get natural camouflage in a room full of tigers?
Yes.
God, I hope so. What is the CR of a tiger?
It's probably like 3 or something because 5e has weird animals.
Well, that's way
I don't
higher
know.
than what I am allowed to turn into. So I'll
There's,
take it.
there's no way to tell. There's no rhyme or reason.
Tiger.
Find.
Challenge rating 1.
Oh, of course. One of the most deadly creatures in the animal kingdom. Challenge rating equivalent to 4 idiots with spears.
Yeah. Things like griffins. Yeah, it's just challenge rating 2. Don't worry about it.
Cats, however, are as strong as, adventurers. So just choose a beast with 4 legs that can bite things that you can turn into and reflavor it as a tiger. And you can turn into that once without using a wild shape. Or use the tiger if you can turn into CR2 things.
Honestly, don't remember what CR.
I've
never-
D&D Beyond has a chart.
Wait, what CR can you as a druid? What? You're not a moon druid, are you?
Half is all I
Zach,
can do
Zach.
naturally. So I gained
Okay. Shepherd Druid. With all
So
the
it
fluffy
works for me.
bunnies. Yeah.
In 2 more levels, you could become a tiger.
Not yet.
Nope.
You can become a little tiger.
Or a little bear.
That also, you can turn into a tiger bear. They're like owl bears, but stripier.
If I were to use this
Yes.
to turn into a tiger, would it be a full CR1 tiger?
It would be whatever you can turn into, just flavored as a tiger.
Okay.
It still gives you a free wild shape, is the
No, that'd
takeaway
be
from
cool.
this.
Would have been cool to have.
I'm sorry. So the Death Guard, when there are no more enemies, they return to a vaguely Death Guard formation. And return to a ready pose.
Ivor jumps out of the shadows, ready to Eldritch Blast something, but seeing no zombies around, he just shoots it into the ceiling.
You hear a crack and a crumble, and remember that someone was supposed to repair that a while ago. Didn't happen. Slash and Vesper very cautiously approach the middle of the room. Slash says, "What's going on here?"
I believe hope has been lost.
This isn't
It
funny,
appears.
Ivor, says Slash.
I am sorry, Slash. It is a defense mechanism. It's I believe if we are to trust that Hefling lady, she's a Hefling, yes, she's a small person.
I think so.
If we are to believe them, I assume this is the work of the Bone Serpent.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I mean, we saw Potato Orphan, and Potato Orphan
Yeah.
was also work of Bone Serpent, so it kind of checks out.
Yeah.
So this is your hometown.
It
Yeah, you
was.
could say that. I think I have had many hometowns, but this is my most recent hometown. Yes.
And I'm guessing its residents aren't always like this?
Not last I checked, no, but I have no idea before I was here.
Or?
So, Kane,
Yes.
when you step over here, when you step into this hallway, you see a well set into the ground. And you see a kind of a stone altar or cairn in the middle of this dry well. And in it is a head-sized lump of shimmering purple-red crystal just kind of levitating. And a vibrant red energy crackles around it. Looking at it, you feel whatever shred of anything happier than apathy being drained from you. And you have a sudden thought of, what's even the purpose of trying to, walk around and stuff? It would be cool if I just, kind of sat down and just kind of died. That'd be cool. You feel vaguely like Worm for a moment, is what I'm saying.
I feel it and then back out of there?
You can back out of there. The feeling dissipates as you move away.
It's not a nice place.
What is in there, Kane? Now you're out of the way. I can look for myself.
Ivor, you step in.
I wouldn't recommend it.
You see the well where the living soul of hope once was. There is another living soul there now. You instinctively recognize it as the one that you have tried to devour. It is charged with an energy that it did not contain the last time you saw it. It is filled with a vicious malevolence. You do still desire to eat it, but you're also aware that bad things will happen. Your god pipes up for the first time in quite a while and says, oh, this is interesting now. What are we going to do, Ivor? What are you going to do for me?
I kind of still have the desire to eat that thing. Would that be a bad idea right now?
I don't know. Why don't we find out?
Ivor slowly starts moving towards it.
So, Ivor, what you doing?
Ivor steps into the room.
Kane, we have discussed eating souls, yes?
Is that a
Sorry to
soul?
interrupt, Taylor.
The looming head of a gigantic draconic creature appears. Its maw opens, and a torrent of pure shadow energy erupts from it.
Where is he going?
Do I see that? Or just Ivor see that?
Hold on. But you leap back far enough that it does not reach you. And there was quite a lot of dried blood on the floor in this chamber, as there was before. The blood bubbles and evaporates into blackness. And, gosh, stop. I'm not trying to do that. The creature stomps out into visibility and says, "Hello, Ivor. Why are you here again? Why can't you people leave me alone?"
Do I have time to rush towards the soul?
We're gonna go into initiative now.
Okay, fair enough.
And
Sure thing.
as for who can hear and or see, Kane, you could see the edge of the energy as it erupted in front of Ivor before he managed to duck out of the way. And you hear an echoing, booming voice as from a gigantic pair of lungs. But the voice is not familiar to you.
Can I understand what he said?
You can understand what it said, yes. Right, is everyone in? One moment.
I'm in. The Meat Orphan does not need to be in because he takes my initiative.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. No, not because Vesper is always at top. Aralas, your turn. You heard this You heard this voice boom.
You probably could take Meat Orphan out of the tracker.
Yes. Sorry. One moment.
Yeah, there we go. Save some space.
I guess I'm just going to walk over towards where Ivor just went because I'm really not sure what the hell's going on.
All right.
I wouldn't go in there.
And you see this soul,
He has no reason not to.
and you see this creature. That is very clearly a dragon with matted gray ashen scales and a burning violet in its eyes and in its throat that pulses to the beat of the soul that hovers above the well.
Cool. I think he's just going to stop and kind of take in the whole situation. That'll be the end of my turn.
All right. It is the creature's turn.
It is emboldened.
It stomps forward.
I'm in danger.
Is why can't you just leave me be? There is no hiding from you. Wherever I go, you will find me.
Wherever you bring souls, I will find you.
All right.
I mean, you did try to hide in his hometown.
Is this the thing we're looking for, Ivor?
This is a long 6-second conversation.
And
Yes, it is.
and I did not mark down the stuff I needed for this. One moment.
Uh-huh.
Could have sworn I put it in, but I didn't. That's my preparation in a nutshell. Okay, DC saving throw, dexterity saving throw, please, for both Aralas and Ivor. Ivor fails.
Ruh-roh.
Aralas succeeds. Ivor takes 51 necrotic damage. And remember, all of you just automatically resist necrotic damage. Aralas takes 25 necrotic damage. Halved to 13.
Ivor's looking pretty hurt.
And then it stomps closer to you into melee. And just lets out a tremendous bleh. Vesper, your turn.
I don't see this thing. Am I supposed to?
You'll have to get in closer.
Yeah, you're just not in line of sight yet. And I said Vesper, your turn, as if Vesper is controlled by a player. Vesper just shoves her way in and says, "It's my time to shine."
She couldn't think of like a fire-related pun or something.
It's my time to burn things.
No.
Vesper says, "I could cast Fireball, but that sounds like a bad idea, so I'm gonna cast Magic Missile." And a Magic Missile at 3 is 5, I believe. Pop, pop, pop.
Ooh.
The creature does not seem to care terribly much about this. Vesper looks a little sad. Ivor, it is your turn.
Okay. Oop. Into that. Ivor is going to move here. Oh, I collide with a wall. Is this a wall here? I can't.
Yes.
Okay, so I can't get over this.
Yeah, if you give me an acrobatics, you can get over it. I'll have to manually put you over, I think.
Oh, that's fine. Acrobatics. Doop. Ah.
You do not get over it.
Okay. Can I use my action to dash and try again?
Yes.
Ah.
I'm sorry.
Bonus action dash and try again.
If you bonus action dash, you can, yes. Evil. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's everything I have. So
You're, you are
Risk
doing
it all.
a George's character from previous campaign.
Oh,
Is it
yes.
Nicasius?
Yes, he
Yes.
couldn't climb a lather. Yes.
He
Poor
just
guy.
kept slipping until he died.
Well, at least that was oiled. The well was not oiled. Unless the Shadow
Hey.
Dragon did just troll all of you and splather oil on the sides, knowing that you would try to climb it.
He didn't die from the ladder. He died because the fire elemental blew the entire room
Yes.
full of fire.
It was a noble death. He was the first elf to go to the Dwarvish afterlife.
Yeah, but had he fallen and hit his head, like knocking his hit points down a few times?
We don't talk about that.
Okay.
Those are the details that the myths just leave out. They're not important.
Well, that's Ivor's turn. So yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Slash toss me.
Slash looks at the distance between you. He does some quick mathematics and is confused.
Oh.
He ends up here. The Death Guard are going to take their turn all at once.
Oh, I forgot I can move my orphan. So
Yes.
He's gonna move 15, 20, 30, 40.
Okay, I feel like one of them got lost. No, they didn't. That's where they're going to end their turn. Kane.
Well, there's a wall of bodies.
There's a wall of bodies. You can push your way through. They will let you through.
Well, I really don't want to go back in that room, though.
That's fair. What'll you do?
Guys, I really think we should not be in there. You know, leave.
You hear the sound of someone repeatedly falling.
You will just say, ow, damn. Ow, damn.
Yep.
Sorry,
Well-
the Death Guard does not even... None of them even act as though they heard you. Vesper says, no, we gotta kill the Bone Serpent. That's
We
what we're
need
here
to
for.
kill Bone Serpent to get living soul. Okay.
Yeah, we don't get that if we don't have it. 6 seconds are up. What are you gonna do?
Well, from back here, there's nothing I can do, so I will do nothing.
All right, would you like to prepare? I mean, you could dodge, or you could prepare an attack for something. Dodging might be better if it, like, I don't know, somehow could cast magic or something. Like, in a direct line, catching, like, 10 people. Okay, there we go.
I haven't even seen the thing.
Are you going to do anything?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Aralas, your turn.
Okay, well, I'll let Slash, stand toe to toe with this foolish thing. I'm going to move a little ways away.
That is, in fact, the spirit.
Go ahead.
As you move away, it uses its reaction to lash out with its 15-foot reach tail and attack you. And I did not put that in properly, so we're using its claw. Why was that at disadvantage? I did not click disadvantage. Normal. In 18 hits. It's 13 bludgeoning damage. It is still your turn.
Okay. So as I'm walking over there, getting smacked in the head by the tail, I'm going to ask Ivor what he thinks would happen if I destroyed that glowy thing in the middle of the room.
Please do not. I want to eat it.
You want to eat it?
Yes.
Okay, well then I guess I will just Eldritch Blast the dragon.
Okay.
Eldritch Dragon has never gone poorly. Ooh.
Nice. I'm sorry. How did it
no
not
worries.
roll a critical hit for you? So it should have rolled another d10.
You have to click critical hit
Yeah.
after you roll crit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I did that.
Okay, I'll roll another one for you real quick. Whoops. So you did 10 to it. You blast some of its scales away.
Yippee! And I think I'm just going to end there.
All right. See if its breath weapon recharges.
Ruh-roh. I'm in danger.
It does not. It is hearing you say that you want to eat the soul.
Mhm.
And I guess knowing ahead of time that you do. Goodness, did like all of the stuff that I put on this thing earlier not save? Apparently not. It does. I believe it just has multi-attack too. It's going to do 1 bite.
Miss.
Miss. Will a 20 hit?
20 barely hits.
All right.
Well, one above hitting, yeah.
Okay. And you're not going to shield it.
Yeah, I'll shield it.
Okay. It does not hit. And that is its attack. It's infuriated that you put up this barrier of magical energy that prevents it from just ripping you to shreds. Vesper. Vesper's gonna shimmy on in. Vesper's gonna say, well, that didn't really work. Mini Vesper. Mini Vesper comes into being and immediately doesn't hit. And I don't have a proper Mini Vesper token. I think I can make a temporary combatant. And I cannot make a token for it, so the Mini Vesper is going to get drawn on.
Wow.
If I can draw, which apparently I can't. I'm astounded at how little I can figure out how to use this thing. That shapeless blob is Mini Vesper. Yeah, so that was Spiritual Weapon is a bonus action. Vesper is then going to cast Scorching Ray. Cannot, doesn't have any second level spell slots. Vesper suddenly realizes that sorcery points exist.
Oh, good job, Vesper.
That is a bonus action. Yay! Vesper will figure that out next turn. Vesper is going to cast Cure Wounds on Araless.
And all of this is why I'm completely homebrewing sorcerer.
You regain 8 HP, Araless.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ivor, your turn.
Unsalvageable Mini Vesper.
Accurate to its first turn.
Well, I think as an action, I'm gonna go invisible.
All right.
And then attempt to get over the wall again. Yeah.
It passes.
Oh.
You clamber over. It whips you with its tail. You understand? I can see you, Ivor.
Oh, rip. I tried.
This thing knows who you are, Ivor.
It does not.
Wait, is that not in its? I guess over the wall wouldn't be in its reach anymore. That's fair. Okay.
It has legendary actions. It's just not been taking them very often.
Yes.
Although that should be at the end of your turn, so I did it at the wrong time, but it doesn't.
That's fine either way.
Sorry.
No, it's cinematic as I jump over the wall. Can I attempt to eat the soul?
You can attempt to eat the soul.
Nom 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 nom. nom.
So you grab it and you just straight up, your body unfolds and you just eat it.
Zip.
Can you please give me an opposed charisma roll?
Yes.
An immense shadowy presence immediately overwhelms you. And you are immediately rendered unconscious.
All right.
You can make a Constitution saving throw at the end of your turn to regain consciousness, or someone can spend their going up to somebody and slapping them to slap you. And that will effectively...
Can I make that save right now at the end of the
Yes.
turn? Or... Saving throw. Bam.
You did not pass.
Okay. Ivor, you got... well, I guess I'm no longer invisible because I'm unconscious, but you see Ivor disappear, and I guess he's over the wall, so... You hear unzipping and then unconscious noises. Whatever that means.
So the rest of you see Ivor stand up and then climb on top of the edge of the well. His eyes are burning purple. Slash is going to try to just bash this thing. And he hits. For 10. He hits. For 17. He's taken gashes out of the thing's front limbs, which are about as big as his own neck. He has a very thick neck, is what I'm trying to say.
Thick.
The Death Guard are going to charge in. And we're just going to do one of these.
Ooh.
I should have done just a macro that just rolls up a whole bunch of damage at once and averages it out. That's really what would be more efficient than this.
That's a good idea. I should take that into account too, because sometimes there's just too many NPCs.
Yeah. So they do a good amount of hack and slashing at it. It bleeds a bit. Kane. You hear the sounds of people fighting.
Take a peek around the corner.
You see people fighting a dragon.
Oh my.
Ivor is standing on top of the well. His eyes are glowing. He looks hungry.
That's not good.
Am I still unzipped?
You are partially unzipped, yes.
Definitely not good. Well, I can't go in there.
I mean, you can. No one's stopping you. I could spawn some enemies in the other room if you are requiring like a manageable level of safeness in one room versus the other.
If I walk into that room, I want to die.
Well, you're already dead.
You made it seem like going into that room was not desirable in the slightest.
It's really not, unless you want a living soul.
Definitely. There we go.
DC 15. It passes.
Come on.
That's rough terrain, though, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Is that one it takes half damage on?
Oh, yeah, it is. My bad.
Nice.
Nice roll, Boo.
Spires of stone immediately erupt, tearing through the feet and the lower limbs of the dragon. It screams in pain. It says, "Just leave me alone!" Do you do anything else?
No.
Aralas, your turn.
So I can see that Ivor is partially unzipped,
Yes.
but probably from my angle, I can't see that his eyes are purple.
That is correct.
And the stone is now missing, or whatever the hell that was that was glowing
it is
in the
missing. And actually, I got to take care of that.
middle. Well, I'm not wholly sure what to do with this mess. I think I'm going to kind of move further around the room, so I'm starting to get towards behind this thing and just Eldritch Blast it again for right now.
All right. You hit. And you deal 1 damage to it with your second attack and 4 damage with your first.
So much power behind this. And that's going to be it for me.
All right. You blasted a bit. You definitely exposed some flesh. Does not recharge. It attacks the Death Guard. It does not hit. It shreds almost completely through the Death Guard.
Oof.
Vesper and Mini Vesper's turn. The Mini Vesper is going to attack. Going to just roll a firebolt for the 2 hit for Vesper. And that is a crit. Oops, I think I just did something I wasn't supposed to. Dealing 17 damage. That was pretty potent. Vesper is going to use bonus action to convert sorcery points. It's going to use up, if I remember how they work, 6 points to get a 3rd level slot. Does that sound right?
I think it might be 5. I can look it up. It might be 6.
Okay. Thank you.
It is 5 for a 3rd level.
Okay. So Vesper still has 1 left. Vesper's gonna cast Scorching Ray. First one is a crit fail. Going to use Firebolt for the others. Fail. 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 Vesper looks incredibly sad. The fire did not avail her. Ivor, your turn. Ivor is going to spend his turn killing the Death Guard. Can Ivor, you please act as though the Death Guards are hostile creatures?
Can do.
Thank you.
So I'm on top of the well, standing up at the moment.
Yes.
All right. Ivor would bonus action disengage and get out of there. I can't. I would like to move up here.
All right.
I can't through the walls right now. But
Sorry.
no, all good. Just skedaddling along the edge,
Yes.
and then that would bonus action do bolts on the grave.
All right.
Against this guy.
You do not hit.
Okay. And then he would Eldritch Blast because it's what he do.
Yeah. You do not hit. You do not hit.
And then a con save. Is that right?
Yes. You do not pass.
That's Ivor's turn.
All right. Does your minion orphan looks very concerned at you? Says, "Hey, boss, something isn't right." I don't remember what your orphan's voice was.
Yes, that's
Like,
close.
Yeah, boss, something isn't right. He's going to make an insight check.
Should I roll? Oh, okay.
That you don't feel proper. You don't feel like the big boss anymore. He's not going to get close to you. He is going to he suddenly goes stiff as though he's getting a message from beyond, and then screams and charges you. Does a 19
That's a hit. That 19 is my armor class.
Would you like to shield that?
No. I don't have any spell slots left.
You take 4 piercing damage and immediately snap out of it.
Yay! And I need to make a con save against poison, I believe.
Yes, do you? Yeah.
Con save for Ivor. A pass, so I don't
Alright.
take poison damage. Yay!
The soul spits out of you and rolls to the bottom of the well. Slash is going to slash. He misses. Hits. He slash. the Death Guard do a little oorah thing and go to town.
Synchronized slash attack.
Essentially. Why did I give you guys 4 Death Guard? I was hoping some of them would die. So 6.
I mean, Ivor tried his best.
Well, one of them hit for 6 damage. Maximum inefficiency.
Hoorah.
Kane, your turn.
Well, while we're doing things we've never done before.
I struggled to think of a joke there, but couldn't find one.
Let's see. Well, I'd like to use conjure animals.
All right. Is that one of those ones where I'm supposed to figure out what you conjure?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't think I'm supposed to be able to choose.
Because I know with the conjure woodland spirits or whatever, there's a gigantic thing about how the DM is the one to choose because otherwise it's broken because you summon pixies and get like infinite wishes or whatever.
Sage Advice Compendium. Which one is it? Conjure woodland beings?
Conjure animals.
Conjure animals. Conjure animals. If it does not specify that you choose, such as in the spell Find Familiar, then the design intent is for the DM to decide what creatures appear.
All right.
You choose the category, like, I want 2 creatures of this challenge rating or whatever, then the DM fills
I want 8 creatures of...
All right. 8 creatures of 1 quarter or lower.
What would I be rolling for? Why is there an option to roll?
I don't know. Is that for their initiative or something? Okay, what you cast out a call to the astral plane. What do you call out?
Well, I'd like to call for something that is, at least a little scary.
So you're looking for a little. All right.
Unless they're particularly
H
vicious.
giant centipedes it is.
Amazing.
Okay, so we're gonna use a template for the. Dang it! Oi.
But Taylor, it could be 8 cows.
It could be 8 cows. Okay, where do you want them, Kane? Because they each take up their own slot on the.
And
so many
just
options.
surrounding the dragon you'll flank.
Okay, so the 8 creatures, they are going to be. So I'm gonna add. One moment.
It's a huge pain in the ass, isn't it? I guess I have to roll in order to use the spell slot. Okay, so it doesn't do anything.
It could be 8 Roths. That would be fitting.
The piteous swarm of giant centipedes is going to.
There we go.
It's like cheating to use a swarm.
Well, yeah, it is. I'm frantically fudging the stats for them, and they're just kind of surrounding the serpent transformed like this. So, okay, so on
The advantage of doing 8 of them would have been to
get 8 attacks.
yeah, and have
Okay, yeah, you can have 8 attacks. I just got to look up.
at once, unless it's an AoE.
Sorry, you were cutting in and out there. I couldn't understand what you were saying.
I thought the advantage of having 8 of them was so that you could only attack, or something could only attack one of them at a time.
Yeah, he's only
Instead
going
of
to.
attacking a massive group.
He is only going to be attacking one of them at a time. I'm trying to grab some notes here so that I'm not adding 8 creatures to the initiative tracker because that is not something I'm willing to deal with. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to make sure I was still getting the advantage of sending 8 of them individually.
Yeah, you'll have 8 attacks, so they'll make their attacks now.
Also, I'm tipped now for some reason.
Well, your neck is all crooked from peeking around that corner.
1, 2, 3 hits. Wow, they're better than the death guards. Beautiful.
Yeah, wasn't there a time I summoned a whole assload of bears and they did literally nothing?
I don't remember. Was that during a Ferdinand campaign?
So, I don't remember if that was during the 5 minutes you were there or not.
What on earth did I just do? Is that... Okay, why did that not actually give me a result? Because I didn't put any /roll there. I'm a good DM, people. Okay, so they did 10 damage in total. I think.
Go Centipedes.
And that was, and he's got to succeed on 3 DC 11 saving throws, or take a bunch of poison damage.
Can it even fail? If it has a +10?
You know, you're right. It can.
It just automatically succeeds that, yeah.
It's not a automatically fail on a crit fail. So yeah. Poor Centipedes. I promise I wasn't metagaming when choosing them over something else. I can't do the math that well. So the Centipedes writhe and nibble as
I like
Centipedes
the
do.
thought of that. They're dealing a lot of piercing damage to it, but they can't even. It's too big for the poison to even work on it.
All right, Aralas, your turn.
Great.
So Kane just erupted into Centipedes. He just, I guess, had him in his pocket and he threw him as a ball and they all just
Okay, so
swarmed.
it's basically surrounded by things attacking the dragon.
Yes.
And I just saw Ivor spit this thing out,
Yes.
and I did see Ivor attack the guard while he was unzipped.
You saw him attack the guard when he was unzipped, yes. He is re-zipped now.
Whatever that thing is probably not good for him to have, so I'm going to try and hop the wall and go take that thing.
Right.
What is
Acrobatics,
it with
please.
everyone coming to that conclusion? I don't understand.
It's the unzipping that unnerves everybody.
I guess that's fair.
He needs to stop making eye contact when he does it. It just makes it weird. So that will be...
I don't know where to move my guy to because I don't know where
sorry.
it fell to.
You can make me an acrobatics roll. If you do, then I'll move you over the side. You get over the side. The soul is on the ground, sitting there, judging you. You feel deathly sick to the center of your being looking at it.
I'm going to grab it and stuff it in a bag.
All right. As you touch it, can you please give me a charisma saving throw? You pass. Will you do anything else?
Just keep my eye on Ivor and make sure he doesn't come flying over the wall at me.
All right. It is the Serpent's turn. It is going to see if its breath recharges. It do. It is going to... Don't give it Wingbeat of the Dragon, said Taylor. That would be just unfun for everybody playing, said Taylor. It is going. It's going.
That
to...
would be a quick way to get rid of a lot of centipedes. Yeah.
It's going to step back, taking 13 attacks of opportunity. Boy.
That's just a few.
Slash is going to take his first. He deals 8. The Death Guard do theirs. I think I just rolled that way too many times. Using the first 4. 2 of them hit for 12 total. A tremendous gash has been opened in the dragon's throat and the chest. It is bleeding this black violet oozing bubbly blood. The centipedes will get their attacks.
Don't you love spells that just make the Dungeon Master's life so easy?
I brought
Yeah,
this upon
this-
myself by throwing a billion zombies and a billion Death Guard in the first combat. This is karma.
That's fair. I understand. You should have seen how many guards you guys murdered in that last combat.
One of them hits. Gotta scroll back up through the chat log to find their damage. Does 4 piercing. And then it rears back, and through the gashes in its chest and throat, you see a sudden rising glow of violet light. And violet light begins to pour from the bag you put the soul in, Aralas.
Oh, goody. I've got a grenade, strapped to my belt.
It lets out a torrent of shadow breath energy. And thankfully, the wall gives you complete cover from it, Aralas. But it's going to... Oh, yay, saving throw time!
It's going to be a lot of centipedes.
I certainly hope there will be many fewer centipedes by the time this is done. Okay, so Slash will make his first. I've just got to pull up the thing again. All right, 30-foot cone, DC 18 dexterity saving throw. Slash first. Fails. We'll do the damage now. He's going to take half of that because it's necrotic. He is going to take 28. He unfortunately does not have resistance to it. You can't stack double resistance, can you?
Right.
No. So it doesn't matter. His flesh is burned away, but he's still standing. I mean, it's not burned away. It's just very burned. Death guards. All right, one of them made it. He still dies. And the others are just melted where they stand. Now, centipedes. I'm going to say that 6 of them were caught. They have +2 dexterity. They do not have proficiency in that saving throw. I mean, did it even matter? They have 1d6 plus 1 HP each.
It's true, even if they all pass.
So you have 2 centipedes left. Please keep track of that, Kane, because I won't. I mean, I'll try, but I won't be able to. It laughs a bubbling, phlegmy laugh as blood drips around the gaps between its teeth. The mini Vesper is going to move. And is going to try to Kurthwack. Where is Vesper? Did I delete Vesper? Is that what I accidentally did earlier that I wasn't supposed to? I think it was.
I think so.
Vesper.
I don't know. Vesper hasn't been here for a while.
Vesper became Mini Vesper.
Vesper had to go. Her people needed her.
She just didn't. No one noticed.
And
Oh.
crit fails to hit. This truly was a... What was it? An unsalvageable mini Vesper. Vesper is then going to cast Scorching Ray. That is a crit. Blasting it right in the eye. Does not hit. Hits. And that'll be 6. I'll just use the first 2 dice, so it'll be 6. Catches it in the other eye. Does not hit. That's Vesper's turn. Ivor, your turn. This thing is bleeding profusely from its throat, its mouth, and its chest. It's struggling to stand up.
I think you skipped me.
Did I skip you?
And after the guards that were all just...
Yeah, you were supposed to go with your swarm. Sorry. Kane.
I can't see the dead set.
Yeah, it's because you don't have line of sight to it.
I didn't realize it had moved.
Yeah, it did. To murder your things, yeah. It's huddling, kind of. Did I skip you, or was that just part of the last turn?
Gone.
No, yeah, I don't think you skipped Kane because Kane summoned the swarm, and then it hasn't been a new round since then.
Nope, same round.
It was the same round. It just took a long time because of the swarm.
Oh yeah, because Kane goes after Slash.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who goes after Ivor?
Yeah, I believe it's Ivor's turn.
It's just been
Sorry.
a lot of rolls because of 8
Yep.
centipedes. All right.
And 4
Well,
Death Guards attacking twice.
I'm gonna impose on myself a wisdom roll here.
All right.
Okay, Ivor will attack the dragon. Seeing the dragon so wounded, Ivor will. Can I feasibly hide under this wall here, like just kind of duck to the side of it? Is it tall enough for me to?
Yes, it is tall enough for you to do that.
Okay. So bonus action, hide.
All right. You feel pretty stealthy.
Okay. And then I will army crawl out to the side and pull from the grave. Eldritch Blast. Actually, was that an advantage? I should have asked that.
That was an advantage, yeah, sorry.
Let's try that again. Yeah.
That hits.
Yay.
Its skull
damage.
splits down the middle.
Oh. Oh, that was easy. Eldritch blasted anyway.
You Eldritch
Actually,
Blast
no, I don't. But if I still have my action left and some of my movement,
it. Yeah.
I would attempt to go back in the well.
Okay, you can go in the well. Can you give me acrobatics for that, please? Thank you. You succeed.
All right. I jump down. I attempt to take the soul back and eat it.
You don't see it.
Wasn't it glowing?
Actually, that's a good point. You see the light bursting from Kane's purse, bag, whatever he has it in.
Okay. Actually, as my action, I will just say to him, Erolas, give me the soul. And I will, as my action, use Necrotic Shroud to attempt to frighten him.
Okay, so you fully unzip, essentially.
I fully unzip, wings sprout from my back. My eyes go purple again. Yeah.
And Aralas, how do you react to this?
Well, he's got to make a saving
Yes.
throw first.
Is that a wisdom saving throw?
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. An otherworldly power attempts to suppress your mind, Aralas. And that is a success.
Can you,
His face is perfect.
can you move me into the well, by the way?
Yes.
Thank you.
So he's just completely unzipped, and he's asking me if he can have this thing back.
Yes.
No. He's unzipped, for God's sake. If he had walked up normally, probably that would have been okay.
It would have been okay after he just, attacked one of your allies.
Well, yeah, but he just may have been confused by the dragon or something. But now
suppose
he's
it's
just come up and just completely ass unzipped in front of me. This can't be good.
Do you do anything else, Ivor?
That's my turn.
All right. So the dragon, the flesh immediately starts to rot on its body, and the voice that was screaming in frustration and impotent rage from deep within its chest grows and somewhat higher, screaming, No, this isn't how this is going to end. No. If you want to find me so bad, if you want to come to me every time I get away from you, then let us be together forever then.
Oh my god.
And the creature's skeleton, shattered and splintered by your attacks, begins to lengthen, to reknit itself as the flesh falls off and forms a viscous black pool at its feet. Its wings grow larger, its arms and tail lengthen, its teeth become mottled like granite, and the violet light completely evaporates as it sinks into the cracks and crevices of its bones. The voice completely disappears and becomes the whine and shriek of wind through a graveyard at midnight. The light of the soul in your bag, Aralas, vanishes. And it is Slash's turn. Slash shrugs. He runs up. He says, "This is what we do." And he fails to hit. He hits. He deals a tiny little chink of damage to it. It looks scornfully down at him. It lashes out with its tail. And it blasts him for 16 damage. It's its turn. It lets out a roar, and the whine of wind becomes the roar of the hurricane. Everybody, because I didn't save that either.
Do we potentially have cover from it in the well, or does it go through cover?
Just let me grab the ability for 1 second, because I didn't
No
grab
worries.
it.
Well, this is going to be a tough choice. Deal with the unzipped crazy thing in front of me, or the reformed dragon.
Each creature who is aware of it must... yeah, you don't have any cover from it.
No worries. Just curious. Thank you.
So I need everybody to make me a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw.
I literally can't pass. Oh no, I can't. There's a 1 in 20 chance that I could. That I did.
Oh! Nice!
It's because you're unzipped.
You just tank
Let's
it.
go.
And a cane.
Yeah, I just,
succeeds.
despite being unzipped and this happening, I just don't break eye contact with Arliss. Still holding my hand out, like, give.
Give Soul Plus. And goodness.
That's a lot of 19s.
Oh, no.
I'm just gonna assume all the centipedes are frightened.
The centipedes are shook, yes.
Big shook.
Vesper and the centipedes are frightened. The rest of you who passed are immune to its effect for the next 24 hours.
Slash.
Slash just kind of laughs as it booms. Okay, now its turn. It gun bite. And Slash is going to take half of that. It gun claw. Ooh, 30. Nice. Slash goes down. It is going to then just kind of yeet itself through the air and come thundering down next to the edge of the well and loom its head over. Yes. Kane, your turn. And the turn of your centipedes. Your centipedes are crying and begging for you to release them back to the astral plane.
No, keep nibbling.
What will you do?
Is that how I do? I do correct?
Wacoo.
Oh boy. So,
Do that right.
you didn't do it right. Unless you're just hurling your longsword at the creature. You have the spell of Lightning Bolt, so just cast Lightning Bolt and then give yourself the spell slot back.
Sorry.
It's fine. I didn't set it up as a spell, so I'm the one to blame. So, yeah. Nice sniping. It definitely does not have cover. It too big. And it passes its saving throw. With almost legendarily terrifying potency, it just opens the bones of its body up and curls them in a vortex around the lightning. It takes 11 points of lightning damage.
Did it not roll an 8?
No, there's a thing called legendary resistance, where big boss creatures just get to pass the saving throws a few times a day.
Good.
So you burned one of them. Good.
You did burn one of them, yes.
That's important.
That's one fewer that it can spend on other things.
It was on here.
Oh, it do know you're there. Your swarm of centipedes walk crying over to the creature, and they attack with their plus. What's
Move,
that?
right?
What's that?
Sorry, I can still move, right?
You can move, yes. While you're doing that, they're gonna walk up and attack.
Where can you whoop for me? Jordan.
What?
I sound.
You're completely cutting out like every word.
She wants your whoop 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 sound effect.
Oh.
There we go.
There we go.
The centipedes fail to, pierce bone with their teeth.
Trying.
At the end of your turn, the creature is going to whip out its tail and try to just bludgeon Ivor into the ground.
I'm in danger. That's a hit.
That's 15 bludgeoning.
I have 1 hit point left.
Aralas, your turn.
Aralas, give me the soul.
So
I can
now
end this right now, Aralas.
I am stuck between this terrifying thing that's scaring the hell out of me and the terrifying thing that's in front of me.
Yes, at the bottom of a well.
But he just promised me he could take care of this terrifying thing behind me, so as I run and hop the wall, I'm going to hand the stone back to him.
Okay.
For bladder control.
You hand the stone to him. Dude,
There's no bladder control at this point. I'm just trying to get away from both of them.
I have not ruled whether the undead have bladders. I'm not going to worry about it now.
So I'm going to head towards the passageway that
Okay.
Kane just disappeared down.
Would you like to disengage?
Yes.
Okay. Can you just give me another acrobatics to get out of the well, please? You succeed. And you should be able to move the rest of the way on your own if the wall doesn't glitch out. And I think that was all of your resources, unless you have a bonus action thing you'd like to do.
No, I'm just running like hell away from these people right now.
Understandable.
Could I potentially begin eating the soul as a reaction as he hands it to me?
Yes.
Yay!
Nom nom. At the beginning of your turn, you will make another saving throw. The thing will come into effect at that point.
Okay.
Vesper and Mini Vesper's turn. Mini Vesper is going to walk with determination toward it.
So how long am I terrified of this thing?
For 1 minute. I think you can make the saving throw again at the end of your turn. Sorry, I forgot that you had failed against that.
Did you want me to roll that then? That
Yes,
was wisdom.
please. You do not succeed. Actually, the centipedes could not have walked over to the creature and attacked it because they were frightened of it.
That's true.
So they're just they huddled under Kane's druid robes, I guess. The Mini Vesper will attack though. Ooh, Mini Vesper crits. That's 2d8 plus. Hold up. I cast it enough as Jameson. You'd think I would know the stats. 1d8 plus mod.
Yes, but it was very different as Jameson.
That is fair. Does 16.
Nice.
Indeed-do. And Vesper is going to cast Vesper is going to cast Spirit Guardians on the creature's location. Choosing only that creature to take the damage.
Neat.
So, lots of angelic spirits who look surprisingly and suspiciously like mini Vespers, but just pure white.
Of course.
Flit around the creature, casting tiny little fireballs at it. Its speed is halved while in it, And if it starts its turn there or enters it for the first time on its turn, it makes a whiz throw or takes 3d8 radiant damage. Does nothing right now, though. Ivor, your turn.
Can I consume the shard?
Yes.
No,
At the very beginning of your turn, you consume it. Please make me charisma saving throw. Sorry, not charisma saving throw. Actually, at this point, you eat it. Nothing happens. It is a lump of crystal.
Okay,
That has
I just
nothing
swallow
magic
it.
to it. You swallow it, yeah. Your body immediately grinds it into powder and absorbs it.
Oh, I'm gonna nom the shard then.
You completed your goal and nom the shard.
Nope. So I get a short rest then, yeah?
Did you nom the little shard or the big shard?
I started eating the soul as a reaction before, and now I'm taking my turn to eat the rejuvenation thingy that you gave us before.
Yep, you do all the effects of the rejuvenation shard.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a bunch of hit dice then.
All right. That'll be your full turn. So it'll be Slash. He's going to make a saving throw. And he fails. The creature, in absolute hatred of Ivor, is going to make a wisdom saving throw first.
What was Slash rolling a saving throw for?
For being dead.
Ah, I wasn't aware he was dead.
Yeah.
He got dragon nommed.
And that is
Or Slash.
above Vesper's DC, unfortunately. Does it take half damage on that? Half as much on a failed. It's gonna take that. Several of its ribs kind of cave in as angels blast them. Then it looms closer, and the winds rustle in a way that sounds surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, like evil. It bites you.
No,
or it doesn't. It tries to. If you were fully zipped, it would have bitten you. It's a 29 hit.
That does hit.
Deals 15 bludgeoning. And that is its turn. Kane, your turn. Your centipedes refuse to move.
They ran really far.
They did run really far. They have a lot of legs, okay?
You're in the way.
I'm actually angry that they only have a speed of 30 feet.
If I yelled at him to duck, I could shoot them both.
What?
If I yelled at
Airlast to duck?
yes.
Yeah, he'll be able to duck down. You can blast over him.
I would like to do that.
Unless he wants to tank it for the dragon, I guess. But I mean, that's up to him.
You can take it for the team if you want, but it really wouldn't help the team.
Well, that's okay, because Ivor's got it. He told me that if I gave him back the stone, he could take care of this.
Okay.
Oh, no. No, that's not how lightning bolt works. Sorry, I thought you were gonna like do an aimed attack.
Okay.
No, Ivor Airlast definitely has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Well,
You can choose to not do that because you know how the spell works.
do that, knowing that.
Okay.
In that case, I will use my turn to lick the shard.
All right. Take your short rest as you wish. Since you moved 5 feet, I am happy to say that you just didn't move that 5 feet, since it, uses your movement. Your centipedes continue crying. Aerolas, your turn. You saw a look of...
Do the centipedes get to reroll their saves?
They do. It's just impossible for them to succeed.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
Aerolas, for a moment, you see cold, dead determination in Kane's eyes. Then he suddenly undecides to do all of that and just the reality shifts. You're in a parallel universe, and he never stepped out from behind the wall to begin with. What do you do? Understandable. Would you like to do anything else? I'm not hearing you if you are talking.
No, I'm sorry. I finger came off the button apparently.
No.
No, he's good where he is. He can't see this thing. It can't see him, and Ivor's
Okay.
got this under control.
Would you like to try to hide?
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Please give me stealth. You feel pretty... you shouldn't have been at disadvantage for that.
Okay, let me try that again. I don't know what I'm doing here.
It's okay. It's a lot of buttons. You feel pretty stealthy. Vesper.
Do I need to roll a saving throw again?
Yes, please. Unfortunately, you are still overcome by fear. Mini Vesper tries to attack. Does not hit. Vesper is going to cast Magic Missile. And deals 15 points of damage. Ivor, your turn.
Okay. I will bonus action Hexblade's Curse.
All right.
And then action. It's within 5 feet of me, right?
Yes.
Looming over the edge of the thing.
Its
Okay.
head is within 5 feet of you.
Yes. I will Booming Blade
All right.
with my dagger.
That at this level does 1d8, is that correct?
1d8 additional
Yes.
damage, yep. 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, so I do dagger damage, Booming Blade damage, and sneak attack damage. And I add proficiency to damage from Hexblade's Curse, so that is a total of 14.
Do you have sneak attack damage?
Oh, good point.
Mini Vesper is not a creature.
Mini Vesper is not a creature. The Centipedes, I assume, ran away from it.
Yes.
They're not near it. So I would not have
Okay.
sneak attack damage now. So total of 10.
All right. Shards of bone explode on its snout, and it pulls back, hissing. Do you do anything else?
Oh, I do have my Necrotic Shroud up, which adds, what is it, Charisma to my attacks?
Is that charisma of necrotic damage?
Necrotic damage, yes.
Okay. How much?
The extra necrotic damage equals your level, so it's actually 6 more necrotic
Nice.
damage.
So that is reduced to 3 it takes.
Fair enough. And that is my turn, yes.
All right.
I'll just, actually, for safety, I'll move my weapon
Okay.
up there. Yeah.
Slash, does he die? Ooh, Slash bleeds out. Poor Slash.
Yeah.
At the end of your turn, it is going to use its legendary action and is going to try to tail check you. Why was that at disadvantage? I feel like there's something weird with Roll20 today, because I'm 90% sure I did not hit disadvantage. Does a 31 hit?
Yes.
Okay. 17 bludgeoning. And on its turn, it's going to have to make a saving throw or take some damage from the spirits. That is wisdom. And it passes, so it takes half of 3d8. Oof. That was not great. That was 2 1s. And it is going to try to bite you.
That's a hit.
That's 26.
Evor's down.
All right. It's going to claw you.
So that's 2 saves.
It's... Yeah, hold on.
Or 2 fails.
It auto-rolled at disadvantage. Why is it doing that? Is it because I'm holding down... Oh, it's because I'm holding down control. That must be the shortcut for it. That's why I should... Okay, that makes sense. That's why it was doing it with George, too. Okay, it's...
18 would miss, though, so that's not 2 fails.
I'm trying to remember the rules for attacking someone who's unconscious. Is it you crit on a hit, or is it you have advantage?
You crit on a hit. You would have advantage on the attack because I'm prone.
Okay.
It's presumably a melee attack.
Yes. So, re-rolling once as normal to simulate advantage.
Indeed.
Good grief. Will a 20
That is a hit. So that is 2 fails.
All right. That's its turn. Kane, your turn. You hear the sound of people dying.
Now I can lightning bolt it.
Yes, you can. And
Zap.
Zap. And it... And what's your DC? 15? It will succeed. So it's going to take 16. It curls itself around the lightning bolt, but this time some of the bones fall away and don't reform properly. You blast through both of its wings, which fall to the ground.
So are we assuming that thing was fully charged since we have been rolling each day to see how many charges it added?
It started out with 3, and I've never used it.
It was fully charged by this point.
Good. Yeah, because it regains,
Yes.
with each day, it regains certain charges stuff.
Up to a maximum, right?
Yes.
I think you said the max was 5.
So it should have. Well, 3 now.
Yes. Do you do anything else, Kane?
No.
All right, your centipedes cry. Aerolas, your turn.
I believe I'm just going to continue to hide in the corner and
All right.
roll saving throws.
You maintain your hidingness. Saving throw, please. You do not pass. Mini Vesper attack. Mini Vesper hit. Nice. Mini Vesper just kind of Kamehamehas a blast of holy energy up through the creature. This does not make it happy. Vesper is going to firebolt it. Does not hit. Vesper does not have enough sorcery points to regain anything. Ivor, your turn.
1 success.
Nice.
Hey.
Can your orphan do anything?
Not without me commanding it to. I mean, at least not by my mechanics.
Okay.
Yep.
/ rip. The god of the undeath is going to make his saving throw. Maybe. He does. He's going to take half. Nice. These angels are really letting him have it. He looms over Ivor's body and is going to try to attack Vesper. Unfortunately, a 14 hits Vesper. Almost one-shotting her. Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, that could have been quite a lot worse.
Yeah.
I mean, Vesper is, still unconscious, but it could have been worse. The creature pokes its head through the corridor and begins just laughing. A dead and dry wind comes howling down the corridor towards you, Kane and Aralas. Kane, it's your turn.
So I can hear it in the corridor?
Yes.
Oh.
Stick the lightning right in its mouth. Eh?
Yeah.
If
Pull
its
the
mouth
trigger,
happens-
Kane.
Just careful not to double tap Ivor and Vesper.
Right. And it passes. So it will take... There are blackened scorch marks all over it, both from the spirit blasts and from your lightning. It does not dodge as well as it was previously. Do you do anything else?
No, are my centipedes still scared or?
Oh,
or do
they're very scared.
Okay.
Go down, provoke it. They're saying. Just run. Just go away, please. Please send us back.
I didn't know these were speaking centipedes.
They speak to you specifically because you can speak with beasts. Probably not. That's probably a spell you need to have. You don't have.
No, I think shepherds always can.
Nice.
I think that's the thing.
Aralas.
So you can hear all of their screamings of pain. Yes.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Me roll to be not afraid of it.
Do you have what? Sorry, what was that?
They ever become not afraid of it? I don't know how. It works.
No, it is. I think was it 1 minute? Is that? Hold up.
That's what you told Jordan.
Well, do they have a
become-
wisdom of below 8?
They have
It's
a
not-
wisdom of 7.
So it's literally impossible for them to pass. Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay.
They do stop being frightened for 1 minute. So at the end of 1 minute, that's 10 rounds. We're not at that point.
All right. Hold tight, little guys.
We're at round 8. So
I think it was like round 3 or 4 that this
Yeah.
thing summoned.
yeah, it's gonna be a while. So that is all.
Yeah, because this will be my 4th time after it frightened me.
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
So here's the thing. I think if I remember right, hold up. Spiritual weapon does not disappear when Vesper goes down. However, it can't do anything because Vesper is not using her bonus action to do anything. But it is funny that it doesn't disappear like almost everything else in the game does when its controller goes down.
I don't think Ivor's features are down yet either.
Right, summons generally aren't, but considering the mini Vesper isn't a summon, it's interesting that it works like that. It's just a construct of will and force.
Hexblade's Curse, Necrotic Shroud would go down if I die.
Okay,
if
but
I'm
not
unconscious. Yet. Yeah, not yet.
Nice.
I'm still very unzippy.
It is no. Vesper needs to make a saving throw.
Oh, right.
And then I need to make a saving throw on my turn.
Yes. Vesper got 1 success. It is Evor's turn. No, it's not Evor's turn. It's Arales's turn. I thought Kane. No, I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired. You do not pass because
I am petrified of this thing.
The dice just are not on your side today. I am sorry. It is Evor's turn.
It's gonna get its in a minute.
Yep.
Oh, so close.
So close.
One higher and I would have just gotten up.
Ooh. Slash rep. The creature worms its way through the passage.
Oh, good.
Its bones disconnecting and sliding in a straight line, like one long, bony serpent.
Well, that's not what I thought would happen.
It rises back up and reforms itself. It turns towards you, Kane. It gonna eat you.
Can I convince it that wasn't me shooting it?
No. The wind rattles in a way that says, I don't know you. You shouldn't have hung with the wrong crowd. Take 19 damage.
Oh, for God's sake. Why is it always just enough to put me down?
I don't know. This thing gonna claw you. And you take 2 death fails.
Good.
TPK.
Kane, it's your turn.
Get ready to roll your 3rd new character in 3 sessions.
Perfect.
So close. I mean, I say so close. You just died. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Alas, another one goes down.
At
The centipedes are freed.
The centipedes are free. The god of undeath nods to them in respect as they vanish back to the astral plane. It says, "Not today, my children," in Centipede-ish. And then it's going to turn, and it's going to use its legendary action to just slap Aralas across the face with its tail. And yeah, that is 13 bludgeoning Aralas.
Oh, goody.
And now it's your turn.
So now I'm kind of trapped because if I move, it's an opportunity attack on me, doesn't it?
Yes.
Um,
Unless you disengage.
well, I guess I don't have much choice. I'm going to disengage and slide along the wall and try and get into the next room.
All right. It sweeps its tail for you, and you just duck right under it.
What do we say to the god of death?
Yes, today.
Yesterday.
I guess that is what you say to the god of undeath.
Yes.
You get around the corner. Would you like to try to hide?
I'll go for it, but I don't think it's going to miss me since it's
All right.
staring right at me.
You duck around the corner. You know, you feel pretty stealthy, but you're not confident that any amount of stealthiness is going to save you.
Got a 1 out of 10 chance to pass that every time.
Ivor, your
And
turn.
that's the end of that.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, not Ivor. It is Vesper's turn to death save.
It is Vesper's turn for death.
Vesper got a success.
All right, here goes 50-50 on whether Ivor lives or dies.
Oh!
Ivor is dead.
I'm sorry, Ivor.
Ivor is
Rip.
killed. It's all on you, Aralas.
The god of death
I'm
swaggers.
so glad I'm fighting this thing on behalf of... I have no idea why the hell I'm here.
For souls! Because we let you out of your cage.
Well, fair enough. I have a moral obligation to try and rescue you all. So
Is that one of those more like a change of management kind of deals? All right, so it is going to try to sense you. And, I mean, frankly, it has advantage because it's within 5 feet of you. It's making a game of it. It doesn't want to make it too easy for itself. And Airless, you are hidden from it. It's pointed its snout right up at the ceiling, saying, "Where are you, little
thank God I didn't put on the
blind
deodorant
one?"
today.
It whips around and just attacks blindly in the direction that you may or may not be in. Unfortunately, a disadvantage 17 still hits. I'm sorry, Dead Kane. That is 30 damage. You resist the necrotic portion. So that's, unfortunately, the 15 piercing does still take you down. As you
Sorry, guys.
you slump to the ground, and it becomes aware of your presence.
We
properly.
can still hope for a natural 20 from Vesper.
And that's 2 fails from its claw. And Airlass, it is your turn. Death saving throw, please. And you die.
And you die. We're all dead anyways, right?
I mean, yes.
What's the death setback, really?
A
It's
few hours. Vesper is kill. Ivor is kill /
Oh, is Vesper actually killed?
Yes, that's a very good question.
Now Vesper is killed.
Oof, Vesper is down 1.
Oh, down 1. Oh.
Yeah, Vesper has 2 successes and 1 fail. The
Oh, it
creature
never
never
double
bothered
tapped Vesper.
to double tap her, no. Now it is its turn. And it is, I mean, it's going to come back. Comes back in here, ends its turn. Vesper.
On Vesper, natural 20, natural 20, natural 20. Oh, it's a success.
Is success.
He's stable,
Vesper
but
snaps
not awake.
back up and goes, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you're right. Vesper is only unconscious.
Yeah, you
That is
become
true.
stable at 3 passes. Gotta get that 20.
Vesper is going to make a charisma saving throw real quick.
Ooh. Go, Vesper, go. That's good.
Nothing happens. The god of undeath begins its turn.
Uh-oh.
Walks up to Vesper.
Walks up slowly and F smash. As is tradition.
And it eats Vesper. And then it walks back around and casually eats everybody else.
No.
You become one with the god of undeath for all eternity. It gains the powers of Ebor's god.
Oh my.
It becomes a new Dayun supreme being of the universe.
Hope
the
is
worlds-
indeed lost.
The worlds of the living, the dead, and Fool's Paradise in between are melded and forged into one alloy plane that stands as a horrific nightmare realm where there is no life and no death, only a constant and eternal twilight. And that is how the campaign ends.
Thank you, Taylor.
well done. Thank you, sir.
Thank
That
you
was
guys
very
for playing.
cinematic. Very cool end to the campaign.
I'm sorry that we went like a whole hour after we
Oh,
did
and
an early end.
That's what happens with big, cool endings. I think that's pretty
Yes.
sick. Oh, that was really tense. That was really fun. So many times Ivor barely clung on. Oh, it was really, really cool.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys staying with the game for this long.
Well, thank you for running it. It's been really
You're
fun.
welcome. It
was a very good game.
Can we have an epilogue, of course?
That was the epilogue.
I think the epilogue is the whole universe has melded together.
Yeah.
Yours.
An epilogue for Hjors becomes.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Hjors just has to live in this realm forever. Hjors really doesn't understand there being another like phase of reality. Hjors just continues to cut onions for the rest of eternity.
Does Meat Orphan escape?
I mean,
Does he blink back to his home dimension before the melding, at least?
probably for a bit. Maybe Meat Orphan leads a rebellion with the rest of the forces of whatever your god has been building up in the last however many thousands of years since most of his power was lost. And they fought valiantly in this plane. Maybe some of them formed their own demi-plane that is not properly connected. And they have some kind of a civilization that lives there. I don't know whether Meat Orphan would live there as their king or whether he died heroically in battle or whatever.
I can't imagine him calling anyone anything but boss, so I don't think he'd be the king, but
They
it's probably
start
like
a communism or something. Everybody calls each other
it's just
boss.
it's just all anarchy where everyone is boss. Yes.
Oh,
I think
no.
that's the idea.
That lovely.
Perfect.
Are we missing anybody else? Does anybody else need an
What
epilogue?
happened to the witch in the corpse?
The witch in the corpse. Yeah. The witch in the corpse probably said, "Screw you guys, I'm going home," and then sailed away into the cosmos on
Fair
her
enough.
broom.
And poor Melgard will never know what happened.
What about the 2 centipedes that escaped?
The 2 centipedes that escaped went back to the astral plane. They maybe heard some news that this happened later on. They're like, "Oh, I'm really glad I got out of there when I did."
Nice.
So what happened to Steph's other character who got sent to jail there?
Oh, good point.
Yeah, all of the bureaucracy of the afterlife broke down, and so everybody who was in hell just woke up one morning and they didn't have any guards because their guards weren't getting paid anymore. And so maybe they're just languishing, whatever, like languishing. That's a new word. They're chilling in their cells. If anybody lets them out, then they can get out. Otherwise, they're stuck there forever. Worm maybe doesn't care. He might just have his little toad. He might have his little cell. He's got his little grave inside his cell, and he just lives there.
Happy ending for Worm.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
And Wendellorn is just kind of a statue, I suppose. Poor guy.
As one to learn do.
Yep. Yeah,
So what would have happened had Ivor chosen the other path?
If Ivor had chosen the other path, like in what way?
Where he had to make the choice whether to kill his god's body or whatever that was.
Oh, yeah.
If back there he had decided to do that, the soul of a different god would have been put in that body. If you guys had managed to subdue it, then the soul would have been purified and could have either been returned to Hope. I mean, the living soul could have been purified and returned to Hope, or Ivor could have eaten it for unlimited power.
Could we have killed the dragon?
This dragon or the Ivor's god? Yes. I mean, if Ivor's had actually eaten the soul, then you guys would not have been able to kill it, unless the dice were incredibly in your favor.
What happened had we been able to kill it?
If you hadn't been able to kill it, then we'd have a different ending, but I don't know what that ending is at this very moment.
Would we have made it up on the spot?
Exactly, yes. I have some idea, but that didn't happen. So there's only so much time that's good to spend on that. So
Well, I think that was a really, really cool, tense ending to the whole thing. So yeah.
thank you. And I would love to hear any retrospectives of things that you guys thought went well or didn't go well, things that you would like to do going forward, or definitely don't want to ever do again going forward based on the campaign. Just if you come up with stuff, just throw it in the Discord channel, and I would love to read it.
Very good.
Sure. If I think of anything, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night, guys. Yes.
You too. Just wanted to say I'm looking forward to trying out your new system whenever you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
As
We'll see
am I.
whenever that happens.
Yes.
That'll be exciting.